All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mr. Bepic stream where we're doing things a little differently today. It's not Friday Night Lights or my poor Rocket League gameplay. We have the Iron Bowl all day in Rocket League. November has come early, so I'm glad all of you have tuned in for this stream. It's not just me today, though, casting. I've got a friend in the booth, Mr. Solution, representing the University of Alabama. Solution, how you doing?
I'm doing great today. Looking forward to some Rocket League. Alabama, Auburn. Couldn't get any better than that, really.
It's been too long since we've had like a full-on Iron Bowl day. Like we've played, I'm pretty sure, like show matches or whatever, but we get the full host of Auburn versus Alabama today with all three of the top three rosters for both sides playing. So give us a little bit of a highlight on the Alabama teams, a little bit of your insight as someone that's pretty high up in the Rocket League program over there.
All right, so all these teams, completely new rosters, been changing around. Black has a new player, Riftex. Looking forward to seeing how Black will do today. Uh, White's looking pretty stacked for a second team, too. Should give Orange some competition. All three of them pretty mechanical, solid players. At Crimson, Trizen, Gray, Chan. Couldn't ask for a better team there. Like to see him give Navy the work today.
Well, that'll be our final matchup, the Crimson and Navy, and then, like you said, White taking on Orange. The series before that, I'm going backwards in the schedule order here, but I'm building up towards the series we're about to watch. And so after this next series, we're gonna have Auburn White and Alabama Black. But starting off the stream, two Auburn teams. Auburn's got 5 Rocket League rosters. Alabama's only got 3, so we're having a little bit of an undercard match to the day with Auburn Spirit taking on Auburn Nova, the 4 and the 5 team playing each other in a best of 5. And I'm Solution, you and I are kind of in the same boat here where we don't know too much about these teams. You because you're not really involved with Auburn Rocket League at all, and me
Absolutely.
because these are new rosters coming into the season. They just formed and they're about
Mm-hmm.
C3 GC1 rank ish. So that's the level of gameplay we're about to see. But we'll have fun with it. It's a good way to start off the competition today.
Absolutely. Good warm up to the day for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a good one.
So we're gonna start here in a second, but Auburn Spirits, the rosters for those interested in learning the names of our Auburn Rocket League program. We've got Daniel Will and Macchiaco on Spirit, all about Champ 2, Champ 3, and then Nova is Dangerous Elite, Wave, and Low Key, who I believe is playing today. We were talking about having a potential substitute, but I think everyone's here. So that should be the roster. Nova's definitely the favorite here. They're high GC1, mid GC1 ish, taking on C3 and C2. So, Solution, I mean, if you are someone who's a much lower average rank, your team is a much lower average rank than your opponent. How do you play up to that level and give them some good competition?
Well, you want to be playing your teammates' mistakes, right? That
Hmm.
level C3, GC1, a lot of mistakes are happening. You want to be there, cover up your team in case something goes wrong. Um, Start with a consistency, simple touches. Don't try to outplay people too hard. It's always a good start.
Absolutely, and that's my benefit today. I get someone with the deeper analysis to give to the broadcast today, so I appreciate that solution. I'll be leaning on you for some of the play breakdowns as we get into the very exciting Rocket League instead of just us talking. Pretty soon, I think the players should be getting in. We've got
It's like we got 5 in there.
Yep, we got five. Don't know where the sixth is. So once he hops in, we'll get the show started. But the main series of the day, Auburn Navy and Alabama Crimson, a little later in the day. What are you expecting from that one? Because that, I mean, Alabama and Auburn, they've been going to game sevens on my Friday Night Lights broadcast. So I'm kind of expecting a full best of seven there.
Oh, absolutely. And Alabama, especially with me, known for throwing those game sevens, those reverse sweeps. Alabama's got to start early and they've got to finish strong, right? So, man, got to see them continue that momentum that they get at the beginning of the series at the end, and they'll be a pretty formidable team to play against.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring up the best of seven reverse sweep, but since you mentioned it, that had to hurt a little bit. But you're in the booth today; you don't have to
Yep,
take the field, so
got nothing to worry about today. That's
yeah,
for sure.
you got the easy job.
Hey, Beemore and Josh, they showed up not really rated that high as players from what other people have told me, but they're solid players. UAH has got a good little program over there.
Yeah, it's awesome because like a couple of years ago, it was Alabama and Auburn pretty much at the top of Alabama Rocket League, and now UAH has formed into a real contender. So it's nice to have a little three-way battle going for the best team in Alabama. Now Bob Jones as well. I mean they took down Auburn best of seven with five of the or four of those games being with the full Navy roster. So I don't know. We,
Yeah,
we got some good Rocket League players in Alabama.
absolutely. Looking forward to it. I haven't actually seen Bob Jones play, so might have to see him play on some Friday night lights sometime soon.
Yes, sir. I mean, we've kind of got a round robin going with the top four Alabama teams. Like Auburn's played Bob Jones and UAH. They're playing you guys today, and then UAH has played you guys, and they've got to play Bob Jones at some point because they've been talking smack to one another. And then they played Auburn 2 weeks ago or last week. So we're gonna have to complete the round robin. But I think until then, all the players are ready here. So I'm gonna let them know to join up, and we can actually watch some Rocket League instead of talking about it. Um,
Oh yeah.
but best of five until the Auburn Navy and Alabama Crimson match later on. That'll be a best of seven. But the players are joining, so I'm going to the game screen, and hopefully everyone will join the pitch. This is always the most precarious part, hoping everyone's actually going to join on time. And Auburn Spirit got everyone in. Solution. We got a best of five between two Auburn teams going on, and already some
Absolutely.
kickoff shenanigans.
We got Will up in the air. Just starting off a little slow, testing each other out. Mac up. Not a whole lot there. The defense triple committing. Let's see who's in the orange Nova.
Yeah, Auburn Nova in orange and Auburn Spirit in blue.
All right, we got Norwill taking control. A little bit of a bad 50 that goes straight in the net top shelf. Daniel will take the first one of the series.
All right, well, Spirit, they're starting off hot for being the team with the lower average ranks here. That is a great start for them. I mean, first 32 seconds of the game, 94% of it played on that Nova side of the field. So Spirit already jumping off to an early start. I mean, that's the kind of fast start that you want as the underdog in a series. They got to be feeling good getting the first goal.
Absolutely. Now it is a Nova's half. Let's see what they can do with it. It's behind Mac. Daniel there to receive it. That's what I was talking about earlier, being there to receive the balls of your teammates whenever they are not in the position that you want them to be. It looks like Nova's got some offense, a little 2v1.
And
Spirit able to contain it pretty well.
Right now, though, a lot of double commits. Neither side really looks comfortable on the pitch right now. There's one from Nova, but they're able to work it forward and get an opportunity here, but a double whiff.
Oh,
Going
wow.
to end up kind of giving that chance away, and so Spirit have a decent chance of getting out right here, but Will controlling the ball at the midfield line. Wait, we got 2 Wills on the field. Just noticed that.
We do have 2 goals on the field. That's not helpful.
So they're messing with the casters in this series, but we're still at a 1-0 lead for Spirit right now, and now they're finally sitting back, being forced backwards by Nova as they've got a couple of decent looks. Wave slamming that off the back wall, and low-key trying to dive in for the rebound, but finally Nova getting some quality looks here.
Absolutely, they've had the pressure on their side of the field. Good couple saves from Spirit's Will, rather. They got a Rule 1 going in the net. See what Daniel can do with the ball. No boost. Nova able to capitalize on it. Let's see what Will's got. Not a whole lot here. A little bit of just back and forth ping pong action going on between the teams.
And it's definitely slowed down after the first goal in the first 30 seconds, pretty much. Finally, almost another one. Will denied by Daniel right there. That's a great save. Tough ball to read. So Spirit find a clear as a result of it. Will stuck in the corner here with low key, but Auburn Nova rep going to break out. Now, good looking transition. Might have beaten Will here. He has. Low key putting in the equalizer. And that's just a speedy look down the field to tie us up.
Yeah, a little bit of a debatable 50 there from Daniel. His last on the wall in the 2v2. Just results in an open net for Auburn Nova. Tie game.
Yeah, that was more of a challenge you take when you're in a full 3v3 instead of the Rule 1 2v2 that we were in right there. So maybe forgetting the situation, but either way, still tied. It's the benefit of the opening goal for Spirit. Still at a level game. 2 minutes left here in game 1. I'm sure Spirit wanted to continue that fast start. Almost got another one. Great look there by Will.
Absolutely. Spirit's got a little bit of pressure, but they decide to let it go. Both teams not opting to take possession there. Looks like Nova will receive it.
Decent look. Spirit, after giving up that goal, they got right back to playing offense. I mean, a lot of pressure right now. Mac Yako had a chance. We saw Will earlier with that double that he just narrowly missed. Finally, they will put the ball in. Hot Daniel, the one to take the lead back for Nova, but it's off a double commit again in defense by Nova. Will doesn't find a touch trying to make up for it, and there was no one left there in defense.
Absolutely. Daniel, perfect capitalization on the whiff from Will. Bit of a 2-1 for Spirit. Let's see if they can hold the lead.
Oh, they might add on to it, actually. Mac Yako snatching that ball up in the midfield and adding on to Spirit's lead. A kickoff goal to make it 3-1.
Absolutely. Good hard beat in the midfield there off the kickoff. Spirit's got the kickoff game right now. Let's see if they can keep it up.
No kidding. And now, 2-goal lead. That's got to feel great here in game 1 after it started to slip away for a moment. Ooh. And it might be back to that kind of status here. We were talking about Spirit's kickoff game, and Nova, they just found themselves a kickoff goal.
Definitely spoke too soon. Daniel caught a little bit out of his net there. Doesn't get the touch he wants.
3-2. A slight mistake there by the last man on kickoff for Spirit, but they've still got 1-goal lead to work with here. Will, though. He's going to get the ball into Wave's hands, but Daniel, a couple of nice blocks there on the goal line. Still, Nova building something here. Going to the back wall. It's a great clear, though.
Big clear.
He's going to force Nova back, and Wave a little weird there on the goal line. All kinds of awkward, but Spirit can't capitalize.
Lots and lots of awkward, lots of missed touches and opportunities. Nova not able to capitalize there. Mac pressure the ball in the corner. Not able to steal the boost to the ceiling. They're just letting these balls get a little bit away from them. Not able to capitalize on the looks they have.
Both sides really kind of falling prey to that right now. Hot Daniel's got a big opportunity here. Looking for Will down the pitch, and it's a passing play from Spirit to make it a 2-goal lead again. Nice awareness by both Daniel and Will being in that spot and shooting it.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Will, good cut, far post. Hard one to save when you're in that awkward position in the net. 4-2. Spirits ahead. See if they can hold on to it. 20 seconds left. Will's got control from the ceiling. Not able to find a whole lot. Daniel backflipping in the net. A little awkward. Good 50 to recover, though.
Final 10 seconds here, and it's looking like game one's going to be Spirits. I'm setting up a channel point prediction for those of you in chat that are interested in gambling your Bepic points. I know Bro Turkey was asking for it, so you get a little bit of a freebie here. I'm making it a 5-minute timer, hoping that Nova is going to come back in game two, make it an even one. So it's a little less easy to predict, but that's a great start by Spirit. 10 shots to Nova's 9, scoring 4 of them. 4 saves for Hot Daniel is a defensive menace. I mean, dropping 750 points in game one of a show match where you're kind of the underdogs here. That's what you want to see from Spirit.
Great start, game one. Even on the shot count, the Spirit able to capitalize more on their opportunities. Nova maybe needs to control the ball a little bit better. This is a good warm-up game, though. Not dominant by any means. Looking forward to more games here.
After those first 30 seconds, Nova, they kind of found their stride a little bit more in offense. They were setting up some good looks. That back wall was open a couple of times there for Nova. They just couldn't quite find the read on some of those shots. So maybe that's something to go back to going into game two. But Spirit in the lead now, and I'm check on the channel point prediction, see what chat's favoring. And okay, that's expected. Spirit has the large chunk of Bepic points put on them. So now I'm really hoping Nova comes back here in game two and sorts out whatever they have to sort out after game one.
For sure. Nova starting off in their half. Good read from Will in the midfield. Good clear out into Nova's half. I mean, they're just winning the clear game. Nova's not really controlling the balls when given the opportunity here. Low keys on it. Good take from Wave in the corner. Gets a demo off, but Will's there to receive it.
I like that control, though, from Nova breaking out. It was a nice little tandem team play, but
nice.
The ball's put right back in their face, and Spirit, once again, scoring with a nice little transition here.
Absolutely. Daniel there, nobody to 50 him in the midfield. Takes an easy shot. Couldn't get any more clinical than that.
So 1-0, Spirit, you're right, clinical. And they continue to execute some of these plays. This is a big match for both these sides, being the 4th and 5th teams in a program. You're kind of fighting for table scraps when it comes to the glory of collegiate Rocket League. So this is a big match for pride for both these sides, because you get that the ability to talk smack and be like, well, we beat you in a series. I mean, Solution, have you ever been in a situation like that, playing against in-house kind of series, and then you lose or win, you have to feel the effects of that for a while?
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing as devastating as getting smack talked by somebody worse than you when you lose the series to them. It's all good, though. Being able to smack talk is better than any prize pool that there could be out there. So looking forward to see how Spirit can develop and maybe continue their momentum by winning this game, too. A little bit of a shot from Wade. Top shelf is in.
That's more like it. That's more like it from Nova. The execution is there. Wave, a great shot. Didn't have a whole lot of boost, but that's exactly what he had to do with the ball to put it in.
Absolutely.
Just side-on shot and tying us up. Nova finally getting one back, getting a little bit more possession to their name after, again, giving up the opening goal to Spirit. But see if they can add on to it. Will's last back here does well to corral that ball, get 100 boost, and to use it in the future, because found a good ball to the back wall, forcing 2 up for Spirit. See if they can capitalize on it, as there's a lot of pressure in the blue box at the moment, but nothing falling through just yet. That's a little weird, but again, Will back. These Spirit players just getting back in the nick of time until now. Nor Will, 2-1 Nova.
Absolutely. They're kind of just letting Nova get up all in their face, and they're not ready for it. Nova's pressure is building up on them. Let's see if they can continue it going into the last 3 minutes of the game.
That was good execution. They just continuously beat Spirit down, taking them out in the challenge game. So, Nova with a lead in game 2, looking to rebound after their game 1 loss. Spirit, it's their turn to answer. See if they can't make it a tie ball game again. They're now fighting from behind, but it's a decent look.
Great 50.
Stuffed by Daniel. That ball might be going in. Well,
Oh,
it wasn't.
my
But
goodness.
after the defender had his way with it, it does. 2-2.
It's a clinical shot from Norwill, if you ask me. Top left. Oh my goodness. Got to keep it a close game for the casters. 2-2.
Well, that's the equalizer I don't know if we were expecting, but we were certainly asking for it. Keeping things
Absolutely.
entertaining. But Nova, see how they bounce back from that mistake. Makiako's looking for some control, but too strong a touch gives it up to Norwill. Again, that ball looks so easy to score in the Spirit box, but Nova's not quite ready to pounce as it leaks through. I don't think maybe they're respecting the defense a bit too much here, but taking them out with a bump play off the back wall, respecting them a little bit less. Nova, again, going to that back wall, seeing if they can force mistakes that turn into shots, and that's what we see right there. Nova taking the lead, 3-2, after Will just couldn't make it happen there on the back wall.
Absolutely. Norwill saw the empty backboard, took advantage of it. Low-key was there to clean it up. No follow-through from the Spirit defense. Nova's got the lead. See if they can hold on to it here in game 2.
2 minutes left. There's a lot of time to defend that 1-goal lead, but Spirit still looked a little frazzled there in defense. Not having the same offensive presence we saw from them earlier, but an opportunity here in transition again. That's where the bulk of their chances have come from in this game. Taking the ball away from Nova on that blue side of the pitch and then turning it into a quick shot on the other side. Nova's had a tendency to overextend a little bit in this game. They've nearly been caught out a couple of times, but all back right here, defending against this Makiako shot. So Norwill looking for low-key down the pitch, and that'll be a Spirit clear. That'll be a Nova clear.
Spirit finally got possession. Let's see if they can hold on to it. Norwill with the biggest ego challenge of his life and a clear away from the net. Can Will take advantage of it? Gets the corner steal. It looks like Nova's got possession again. Nope, never mind. Norwill with pressure off the wall. Daniel's got to follow. He's bumped. It's in the net.
Nice
bump.
play.
Look
That's
from Norwill.
a massive bump on the goal line. Taking that challenge, stealing boost, and then finding just clearing Daniel off the goal line. That's a great play. That's stuff that doesn't really show up on the stat sheet, but the boost steal, the bump, even if it doesn't turn into a goal, it builds towards one. But right there, it turns into a score, and Makiako almost found it back. But off kickoff, Spirit not quite as fortunate in the last game with that kickoff play, and it looks like Nova close to scoring another one. Norwill, bar down and in. What a read.
Absolutely. Nova's taking care of the pace of the game at this point. They're just beating them to every ball. If you're Spirit, you can't let them do this to you. Got to keep up the pace even with the boost steals, and don't let them get in your head.
And this looks more like what we were expecting, I think, with a couple of high GC ones playing some champs. And Nova, I mean, they are being kept up with. Spirit's speed is definitely close to Nova, especially at the beginning of this series, but now they're starting to exercise their might just a little bit more, though. Spirit trying to get it back. Not Daniel. Forcing a miss off the back wall. That shot from Will, though, a little slow. Still sets up an opportunity for Makiako. With time ticking down, I think it's a little bit too late here. Nova, they responded well. They made the necessary adjustments, and they got their offense a little bit more efficient at this one.
Ooh. Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of missed opportunities there for Spirit, but Nova definitely looked like they had the pace and the. They just looked like a better team this game. Makiako a little bit slow there to that ball. Could have jumped and probably had a 50 at least, but maybe they could get some release of mind going into the next game. Tied at 1-1 in the series.
Did you notice anything different from Nova there, outside of maybe the speed in the challenge game that they were using to keep Spirit back there? Because that was so much better, scoring 6 goals and 15 shots from Nova.
Nova definitely more quality touches than first games. A lot less complete whiffs, especially from their side where Spirit would have taken advantage of it. Kind of eliminated the the possession game that Spirit had the first game. Allowed them to look a lot more dominant, a lot more, like you said, what we would expect from Nova. See if they can take game 3.
And possession was so much better. I think it was like 65% of the game spent in the Spirit half, as opposed to, it was much closer in game 1. I forget the exact numbers, but Nova did do such a much better job controlling the pace there with their ability behind the ball. And here's Wave behind the ball, starting us off from the kickoff. Doesn't find anything though. Good defense by Spirit. Turns into a transitional shot. Again, that was kind of what Spirit had to rely on in the last game, those counterattack plays. But coming up empty-handed, first 20 seconds. Spirit go back to it. Daniel's behind the ball, but Nova's just sitting back, and once the ball gets away from whichever Spirit player is controlling it, they're waiting and then setting up these aerial plays, trying to look for mistakes on that blue back wall, which there's one, giving it right back to Nova, and they're going to score the first. It's Wave getting credit for it, but I think everyone was there ready to pounce on that.
Nice top corner placement from Wave. Spirit not really able to get any good quality touches out of their box and defense there. Nova takes the lead from a good placement.
Rolling with what they found in game 2. Nova
absolutely
continuing the momentum and speed, and we'll see Spirit again look for one and get another own goal from Norwell. That's dangerous elite. I confirmed it with Malopo during game 2, but that's his second own goal in this series, and it's I actually don't think he touched that. Never mind, I thought that went off him.
Definitely just rushing that touch. No Spirit's player is going to be there. Allows them to tie up the game. Maybe Spirit can make something out of it here. Wave on the ball. Right into Will's waiting arms. Low key. Tries to take possession up the wall. Not able to find a good touch. Daniel's there. Doesn't opt for the boost steal. Let's probably get Auburn Nova free possession here. Great challenge from Will.
They are quickly challenging them. They're not getting that free possession. I was agreeing. I figured without grabbing that boost, although Nova is going to break out eventually, but Spirit's trying to attack Nova even faster in their defensive zone, it feels like. But Nova getting out, getting another opportunity here. Oh, cheeky passing play, low-key looking for a chip towards Norwell, but this ball stays in the corner. He's going to have to work their way out of it. Misread from Wave. Allow Spirit out of things. So we'll stay at 1-1, going a little bit more back and forth than we saw in the last game. The Spirit's been given a touch more agency in the offensive end thanks to Nova, giving up some opportunities to control the game a little bit better.
Absolutely. Ooh, a little bit of an overcommit in the midfield from Spirit there. It's a wide open nut. They're not reading their challenges well anymore.
No, that's...
Wave just takes advantage.
That's a poor challenge and just a poor read of the team as well. Two going for that ball, and then there was a player already in net trying to bump a lane into existence towards the Nova goal. So not a good time for that soft touch right into a Nova player's hands. So 2-1, Nova again taking a lead somewhat early on here. Haven't reached the halfway point yet. Nova looking good, but well, outside of that miss, I suppose, it gives up the equalizer, and that's not what you want to see after immediately taking the lead and now giving it back.
Both these teams just seem to be rushing a lot of their touches in the midfielder when they don't have possession. With a lot more time than they're willing to give themselves as third man. That enables the score to be back tied up at 2-2, about halfway through the game.
Spirit, they've kind of been given a life here. Instead of playing from a deficit for a while now, they get to play at even standing with Nova, but grabbing boost there. Wave putting a shot across the blue box. Not going to find its way on target, but trying to apply a little bit better pressure. As Nova, it's about 60-40. They've been playing on the blue side of the field, which they'll take, I'm sure, but compared to game 2, I'm sure they would want a lot more than just 60% of the game played on the offensive side. Once they start exerting pressure on that Nova back, or that Spirit back line, and it seems like Spirit can't quite keep up, but double commit there. Nova not going to pounce on it. Instead, Mac Yako allowed a clear.
Absolutely. Nova definitely winning the boost game here in this third game. Even though their pressure hasn't been that great, They force the defenders into a lot of low boost situations. Surely they're bound to score from a good boost steal at some point in this game. Wave there. Takes a shot top left. It's in.
Daniel,
great placement.
And Daniel's low on boost right there. Like you said, that the boost game working out. Daniel's just sitting there stationary on the goal line. Got tagged by Norwill as well, but I think he had like 10 boost in the tank, so I don't think he was getting up to that ball regardless. Great placement. And the boost game, you're right, it is seriously in favor of Nova. They've used about 4,500 units of boost, whereas Spirit has used 2,900, so kind of close to double. And Wave going to make it 4-2 off kickoff. What a carry there from the midfield line.
Absolutely. Spirit, although their corner is getting stolen a lot, could find some of the small pads there around the net. Maybe give them a little bit better of a chance to get up to that ball. Instead, it's 4-2. Nova on top like we expect. Will they be able to hold on to the lead, or will the Spirit be able to capitalize on one of their mistakes?
Right now, it's looking like Nova's ball game to lose. They seem so much more comfortable than Spirit at the moment. Finally, the offense is consistently executing instead of the stop and start we were watching a lot of at the beginning of this game. They're taking their space. There, though. Ooh. Space taken away by Will, and that ball is just in. Where did the Nova defense go?
Capitalizing on their mistakes, Will does shot straight on net from the midfield. Nova, I'm Wave, just opted to leave the net open there. Went for the corner without possession of the ball. We got a 1-goal game with a minute left.
Again, I mean, Spirit's just kind of been given away back in this with the net being vacated by Nova. So, 1-goal game with those 60 seconds. We'll see what Spirit can do. Maybe they end up taking the series back. Put it in their favor going into game 4. But Nova still controlling the possession game. Numbers back up, about 66% of it played in that Spirit half. Taking a little bit more space though, low key. Finding Norwill across the pitch, popping it up for Wave, going to that back wall. Will missing the ball. Could have been dangerous, but a lot went into that setup for Nova, so there was no one there to immediately punish.
Absolutely. Spirit still just not having enough boost to create any good opportunities here on offense. They are able to challenge back in, but nothing. Never mind, Macchiaco there to capitalize on a Nova whiff in the back. Low-key giving possession away in the corner, not able to follow as fast as you want, nor will a little bit of a whiff too. I feel like Nova, they're playing fast, but not at the right times. Spirit's able to capitalize. Could go to OT in this game for game 3.
It's so funny, over and over again, you and I are like, Nova's doing a good job of doing this, controlling possession, getting good looks, and then they just commit mistakes like that and end up giving up their leads. But at least their offense is cooking right now. 5 goals here in game 3. Great setup by Norwill, popping that back up over Will, and low-key speed to put it in with 6 seconds left. At the very least, they're making up for their mistakes on the offensive side of the pitch.
The ice from low-key, perfect placement. 6 seconds left. All they got to do is make sure Spirit can't get possession here. Should be a free win in game 3. When it is, Nova 2-1. That's close scoreline, yeah. But if they can capitalize on their mistakes, Nova does look like the dominant team here.
That was closer than it should have been. I mean, 12 shots to 6. Nova had a 700-point game from Wave. And then Will as well had a 700-point game pretty much. 2 goals, 3 saves on 3 shots. I mean, that's good stuff from Will, keeping Spirit in that game. But Nova, they were controlling things. They had so much pressure, so much possession, so many good chances to score, and they just allowed Spirit in there. I don't know what was going on their defensive side, giving Spirit those chances.
Absolutely. I noticed specifically, Hot Daniel, very low boost the entire game. There'd often be plenty of situations he had 0-12 boost in the net, having to make some saves. Wonder if that's a product of both maybe his own misrotation and whatever Nova's been able to do when the corner steals here. Maybe they can find a way out of it. Nova's got possession early. Much needed touch from Will there, but Nova's still in their half. Not for long. Macchiaco is demoed. Nova gets some possession here. Low-key around 1. Daniel able to receive it.
I'm impressed with Spirit there. Suffering that double demo pretty much on their goal line and still finding a way to clear the zone. Creative little bump to get their teammate a little bit of space to clear the ball. And they're not still suffering a whole bunch of Nova pressure right now. In fact, Bakayaka is going to send this ball long. That was open for a second. Put it back center. Cheeky little pass. I like the creativity from Spirit right there in transition, but committed a lot of resources, and that allows Nova a decent chance, but pass not quite connecting into a shot. So we'll stay at 0-0, kind of going back and forth here in game 4.
A little bit of a double commit on defense there. Spirit's not really fast to get to this ball. Allows Nova to collect in the corner, but there's a demo on the field. Wave, good touch over one. Great challenge from Will to receive it. A little bit of awkwardness on the Nova defense right here in the corner. Daniel, some pressure. Wave an absolute dust on the ball. Maybe able to generate something from this from the corner. 2 Spirit players up. Low-key has some time. Will there to receive it. Over 2.
This is crazy.
Wow.
I like
big demo heavy game here in game 4.
And the double commits as well, not being punished. Like that was not a good double commit on the goal line from Spirit. Like there's never really a good double commit, but like that was an awful. They did not get a good touch. It fell right into Low-key's hands, but Will made a great play on the goal line as the last man back to find the save. And despite all the demos, all the double commits, all the weirdness of game 4, we've still yet to find a goal, and we've almost hit the halfway point of this game. Nova, decent looking transition though. Wave's actually not going to turn up for that ball, so continue to fight for possession here. Daniel, no touch on that double, so we'll just kind of coaxing the ball off to the side here. Picks up the corner boost. Nova still controlling the boost game, getting some decent looks as a result of it. In comes Low-key. Shot though denied by Bakayaka, diving across that goal line to make the save.
Absolutely. Very surprising 0-0 game here in game 4. Lots of demos, lots of double commits, but no capitalization on those opportunities. Wave might get a double here. He does. Is there any space here? No one's there to receive that ball from either side. Bakayaka demoed in the corner, nor Will. Plays a 50. Daniel there to receive. Oh my goodness. Bit of a tactical whiff there from Spirit. Results in a free goal for Nova.
That's one of those Physic's tactics, though. That didn't quite work out for him. 1-0. No.
Absolutely. Physic's would definitely do something like that.
Yeah, we gotta tell Spirit not to listen to the plays Physic's is drawing up, because that one was not a good one. And I mean, eventually you expected Nova to score, maybe not in that fashion. They'll add to it though. Off kickoff, Wave has a great lane to shoot with. Nor Will maybe faking the defense off. I'm not sure. Spirit was not set though off kickoff. So Nova 2-0.
Great awareness from Wave to be there. Knew he could beat Spirit to the ball there. Great placement to get around the second defender as well. 2-0. I don't know if Spirit can build up any momentum to win this game here in game 4.
They gotta break out soon. I mean, they've had a lot of time spent on the Nova end, but Nova's defense holding on with these demos, these chips, and more dives across the goal line. That looked a little closer than it should have been, but Nova, they're finding saves, they're finding clears, they're still controlling that boost game, limiting Spirit opportunities. Just 3 shots for Spirit so far in this game, although it's only 5 for Nova, so it's kind of a low opportunities kind of game, but Spirit need a pair here, at least 2 shots. They are going to claw this game back, keep this series going, or else Nova going to come out on top of the Auburn v. Auburn show match. Start off the Iron Bowl Rocket League Sunday.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
And that's top shelf, just in the net. Spirit just looks a little bit rushed, and they look a little bit lost here in game 4. I think Nova just has established himself as a better team here.
The demos as well, I think throwing a wrench into Spirit's plan. I mean, let me add it up real quick. Actually, okay, 6 demos for Norwill. Okay, make it 7. He just got an exterminator in game 4. So that's 10 total for Nova. They've been blowing Spirit up. I mean, we were already seeing double commits and missed rotations on the Spirit end, and that's just making it worse, plunging their defensive rotations into further chaos.
Absolutely. That possession game that Spirit had in game 1 is just lost the control, they were keeping pace in game one, but now they're just low on boost, not able to even get a chance to get any opportunities here.
So 10
12
seconds.
seconds.
Yep, I think this
It's
is
about
about
all she
over.
wrote.
3-0.
Maybe Will can get a morale boost at the end here.
That'd be nice. Get a little pride back at the end.
Not able to find anything there.
Yeah, Nova did such a great job after dropping game one of responding, really getting their offense going. I mean, they scored a combined 14 goals in the last 3 games over Spirit, while, outside of game 3, the 4 goals they got to Spirit, doing a good job of limiting Spirit's opportunities there. So, all right, Solution, you just got your taste of D Team and E Team Auburn Rocket League, and it was a little sloppy, but hopefully it was entertaining enough.
It's a little sloppy, but Auburn's very deep. They got lots of room to grow, lots of new players on the pitch. Looking forward to see how they'll do in the future. Alabama only able to field 3 teams this year. Maybe one day we'll get the numbers like Auburn, be able to compete deep across the board.
Well,
Nova,
we'll get to see what the
great
quality
showing.
is. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But we gotta take a break here because we're behind schedule now, thanks to the mass amount of goal scoring we saw in the Nova Spirit series. So, Alabama Black versus Auburn White coming up in just a little bit. So, we'll be right back with that one. All right, we're back. Sorry for the delay there. Had some technical difficulties, but fortunately, it shouldn't have affected too much on the stream side, thanks to the next match soon screen being up. But Solution and I are back, and now the real event is starting. Solution. We have Alabama Black versus Auburn White, our first match of the Iron Bowl this season. What are you expecting here out of Alabama Black?
I'm expecting a great start from Alabama. We got to show Auburn what we're made of. I'm really looking forward to this Iron Bowl. You got 3 Alabama teams, 3 Auburn teams. Couldn't ask for any more. It's a great Sunday for some Rocket League.
Could not agree more. As the players take the field, these are the C teams for both programs, as most of the players take the field. Here we go. We've got Clay Goat, Rift, and Sox on the Alabama side, and we've got Inspire, Peppery Furball, and Nuclear / Class / all the names he's gone by in the past, with Auburn on blue, Alabama on orange. So away we go. We'll see, Solution, what Alabama's made of, what Auburn's made of. I haven't gotten to watch Alabama Black play this season. I've only gotten to see Crimson play with you in place of Trizon. So I'm really looking forward to watching what Alabama's made of, because I've seen Auburn play a couple of times.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to these guys play, even if Clay Goat is subbing in for Wild today for Alabama Black. I think they're still fully capable of taking the win in this best of 5 today. Rift with some pressure from the corner over the net. Inspire not able to find much there. Sox with some pressure. A little bit of back and forth here to start off the game.
Ooh, that's dangerous ball from Clay Goat, but he gets the job done. Knew what he was doing, I suppose. But Alabama starting off with the decent chunk of pressure. They're controlling the game possession-wise at the moment, but Auburn, I think, has had some pretty quality looks, forcing Alabama to work pretty hard on their goal line. But Sox, this is a good opportunity. Read nicely by Peppery Furball. Now Nuclear getting bumps down the field. Couldn't quite connect, though, with Clay Goat right there. If he does, it might be a goal for Auburn, though still might yet be. Nuclear going near side, but doesn't find the shot on target. So Bama gets out, and they can apply their own counterattack. Absolutely.
Lots and lots of back and forth. Bama Black looking like they're kind of winning the midfield game, but they're not able to get to this ball. It's a bit scary in the box here. Sox able to find a great 50. Inspire up. No one from Alabama challenging the ball here. Sox with a whiff. It's a little bit rushed from Bama Black to start off the game.
And these chips as well aren't helping. Auburn's definitely come out as the more physical of the two teams. A demo and a couple of key bumps to get Bama players out of the way, as that's a pretty key double commit. Peppery Furball was trying to get the ball back center, but no one was prepared to commit for that shot. So we're staying at 0-0 with things. You're right, a little bit rushed, but both sides making the touches when they need to. Right there, a good example. Rift missing, but Clay Goat on the goal line, swooping in to cover his teammate's mistake, and all kinds of awkward right now in the corner. Clay Goat will secure the 100 boost, but Bama sitting back, letting Auburn come to them right now.
Absolutely, a little defensive, but a little bit too defensive for my liking here for Bama Black to start off the game. They just look like they're putting themselves into those awkward spots rather than Auburn White actually forcing them into those spots.
Good touch.
Great read from Clay Goat there on the defense, able to contest that ball.
Every Furball dunking the ball off the left post and stays out. Even the woodwork getting involved with those last-second touches from Alabama. Inspire a soft double, and Rift plays it off to the side. Auburn has all the control right now. They are going in and out of the Alabama Black box, but still no goal. Crimson Tide unrelenting as Auburn, they got a ton of possession, but nothing to show for it. Now Rift versus Nuclear. Nuclear wins. Good read there on the near side. Inspire hopping up off his goal line. Bama flipping the field on Auburn here. I got a couple of really good looks that are playing so much time on their own back end.
Lots and lots of good looks for this first game. No capitalization yet. Clayton a little bit rushed there on the touch. Looks like Auburn has free possession. Clayton able to find a great clear out to Nuclear. Off the ceiling with a reset. Oh my goodness. Nuclear An absolute slot to
Wow.
open up the series.
Well, that's what you want to
Absolutely
see.
clinical angle there.
That's what you want to see if you're an Auburn fan, worried about their ability to execute on some of these plays. That's insane from Nuclear. Off the ceiling, finishing it off with the perfect drop down shot. And well, it only counts for 1 goal, so Alabama's still very much in this. We don't count style points in Rocket League just yet, but still 1-0. Alabama can get this game back, but Auburn has really flipped the field on them. Game started out heavy possession in favor of Alabama, about 60-40, and now about 55-45 in favor of Auburn. So Crimson Tide going to have to change that here in the final 40 seconds-ish. They're doing a good job to start that way. Cheeky second touch to get the ball in Sox's vicinity, but nothing doing. Alabama can't find a shot as a result of that play, and Auburn allowed to clear.
Absolutely. Still back and forth with the 1-0 scoreline, even though it was quite an exceptional play from Nuclear to open up the scoreline. We got 10 seconds left. Can Alabama Black find any opportunities here to close out the game? A little awkward from the Auburn defense, but they're still on this ball. In the air for Sox. Cannot find the beat. This ball falls to the ground on Riftex. Cannot able to find any control there. Auburn takes game 1.
That was such a back and forth one, though. Like, low scoring game, but so much action on both sides. With Auburn, their only goal was that insane Nuclear shot coming off the ceiling and then headed to the back wall. 10 shots for them. Alabama just 4 to their side, which is a little surprising considering they spent a decent amount of that game on the Auburn end. They just couldn't quite translate all that time on the Auburn side into shots.
Absolutely. Alabama Black actually looked pretty good in the midfield there. Maybe they can keep that up, use that to their advantage in this game to cut off more of Auburn White's possession. Kickoff in Auburn's favor here. Over Claygoat. Lots of space here for Furball to work.
Ooh.
Behind Nuclear.
It was a fast center ball that Auburn couldn't get a handle on.
Ooh.
It's a fast pass that Ripped will pop to the back wall, but Nuclear's there, reading the play nicely. We're seeing a lot better back wall control from both these sides than we did in the previous series between Nova and Spirit, as both teams look much better equipped to play defense on that end of the field. But right now, playing through the corner, Peppery Furball missing a read, Inspire just trying to corral it, keep possession in Auburn's name, forcing a double commit out of Alabama, but they get the clear, and Rift is just right there, ready to swoop in after that poor touch from the Auburn defender, and Alabama, their first goal of the series.
What a way to open up the scoring for Alabama Black. Rift in perfect position for the double commit from Alabama, but Alabama forcing that ball out early enough to get the lead in game 2. Sox, great kickoff. Clayton with good a challenge there. A little bit awkward for the Auburn defense here. Gives Clayton free possession. Giving it right back. Not much to work with here for Alabama in the boost department.
No, that's a good
Bump on Nuclear from Sox.
And
Very
leads to a
close
shot.
play.
Yeah, I like the idea there. Sox stealing boost, going for a bump, sweeping the line on the goal line, and almost got that rebound opportunity. But Auburn's holding on right now somehow because they are not playing it away from their goal line. It's back and forth through their box. And finally starting to find clears, makes that into the rotation. So leading to another opportunity, which Nuclear will clang off the post. Claygoat now in transition. Going to get through Peppery Furball, but the latter finds a touch away. And that demo from Nuclear should help alleviate a little bit of this Alabama pressure. And in fact, it leads to a shot-ish from Nuclear. It was more of a 50-50 that happened to go on target. But Alabama back to defend. And the first 2 minutes, game 2 have come and gone. Alabama is still the lone goal scorer here, but we've continued the frenetic back and forth that we saw a lot of in game 1.
Absolutely. Alabama Black, I've been pretty impressed with their rotation so far this game too. Despite a couple of early double commits, they always seem to have someone in the vicinity of the ball able to pressure Auburn White this game. Halfway through the game, they got the early lead. See if they can keep it going. As Nuclear Clears it out to Alabama's side. Sox with a mistouch. That shot just goes in top shelf. Great placement from Furball. Result of Sox not able to find the touch he wants off the backboard.
Yeah, that's him getting punished for that. I mean, he was forced to sit there on the near post, didn't have much momentum, and Peppery Furball did a great job punishing that defensive positioning, just slamming that underneath the crossbar and tying us up. Now, maybe getting Auburn wide in the lead. Inspire could have used a heftier touch right there to either put it in the open net or find his teammate to do so, but couldn't do either. So, Alabama, they escape a close shave right there. Now have an opportunity to take their lead back.
Absolutely. Lots of just giveaway clears from Alabama Black at the moment. They're not able to hold on to a lot of boost on the defensive side. Sox with control, maybe able to find something. A couple of whiffs. One of the Alabama players is there to receive it. Riftex. More off the backboard. Nuclear awkward in net. Sox able to cut it mid. No follow-up from Clayton. Off the plate a little bit deeper maybe than Alabama was expecting.
Still close for Auburn right there. A good look from Peppery Furball. We continue going back and forth despite that. Despite the good looks from both sides. Backline defense of Alabama and Auburn right now. Doing a good job of working these plays into clears. Maybe not so much of that one, as it leads to a shot Clay Goat is ready for. Alabama still doing a decent job finding these openings in the Auburn midfield presence. As Sox waits on that challenge, but ends up winning it out to the side where Clay Goat is. Doesn't find a touch on the ball, but at the very least gets Inspirer. And even though it looks a little sketchy at times, Alabama is holding Auburn White off. Finally, though, Peppery Furball going to put a shot in. He's 2 for 4 here in game 2. Off the post and in goes that Auburn go-ahead score.
Absolutely perfect placement from Furball, taking control of this game for Auburn White with a 1-goal lead. Will they be able to hold on to it? It's pretty back and forth still between the two teams. I feel like last series, Nova became a little bit more dominant heading into game 2. I feel like this series could still go either way. Oh my goodness.
Great setup. Inspire going to score it. Nuclear so quick through the midfield, getting it underneath Clay Goat, beating Rift to it, and then faking Sox into just a circle there on his goal line. Didn't know where the ball was going. And that's a great setup for Inspire to score. You're right, this is a very close series, but Auburn's offense executing maybe just a little bit more, finding those extra 1 or 2 lanes to the back of the Alabama net. Now they've got themselves insurance and perhaps a 2-0 series lead on the horizon.
Absolutely. Alabama, 20 seconds left. Not much time on the clock here to find 2 goals. Rift a great challenge mid. Furball with a whiff. Clayton not there to capitalize on the whiff. Sox might be able to find a double tap in the net. Oh, off the crossbar. Furball there to receive it. And that's it for game 2. Wow.
That Sox chance there at the end, though, had me a little nervous. That could have been something for Alabama Black. Something that kickstarts maybe a comeback in game 2 or game 3 reverse sweep. But it's been a minute since they scored, and Auburn's on a bit of a run right now. Just 6 shots for Alabama Black, and Auburn again shooting in the 8 to 10 range, doing a decent job of controlling what they're able to control, because this is a back and forth game. But when Auburn has those moments in offense, they're hitting their mark. Peppery Furball especially, his accuracy in that last game was really what propelled Auburn forward there.
Absolutely. Furball seems in control of the lobby, but I still believe Alabama Black can at least get a game here to bounce back. Plenty of opportunities, plenty of shots. Just have to be there to capitalize off one another. Only 1 goal in 2 games.
Yep, that's the big number. I mean, that's a slow start for Bama. They're gonna have to find a way to get things going, because they won the possession game. 60% of that game spent in the Auburn White half, but couldn't translate it into goals. Rift already getting a little aggressive there, trying to find a bump on the Auburn White goal line, which maybe that's what Alabama needs to really get going. And a change in play style, focusing more on bumps right there. Clay Goat going for Inspire instead of the ball, which was right in front of him. And it doesn't end up working out. In fact, it gives Auburn a goal as that aggression in the midfield didn't pan out. And their momentum was heading towards the opposite corner.
Absolutely. Sox and Rift caught in the same place there, both driving away from the play. No one able to follow that ball up from the backboard. Gives Auburn the early lead in Game 3. Not something you want in a Game 3 where you have to reverse sweep.
Slow start. Now Auburn looking to add to it. Speed there for Peppery Furball met by Sox. Gives up the touch to Rift. Open net. Not taken advantage of. In fact, Nuclear recovers for the second chance of Alabama right there. And Auburn finds a clear. That was close. Alabama almost got a bit of a freebie from Auburn. Instead, Nuclear scoring the second goal. And Solutions not happy about that.
Wow. Great challenge from Inspired there. Pretty good speed. About as good as Clayton could do. Did not read the early touch off the wall. Poor 50. Riftex caught in a tough spot. 2-0 for Auburn White here. Alabama's got to get something going quick.
Yep. You felt like it should have been 1-1, and now instead it's one of those 2-goal swings where it should be tied, and then instead it's a 2-goal deficit the opposite way. And Alabama, they really do need to get something going just to shake off the close misses that they've experienced early on here. That's a good look, but Nuclear, again, right there. That's 2 big saves for Nuclear to keep Alabama out of the Auburn net early on right now. Sox going for a bump on the back wall, but Peppery Furball reads the play, and a double commit from Auburn happens from their defensive effort, from their 2 back players. They still find a clear as Alabama wasn't quite ready to punish, and so Crimson Tide once again working from their back line, but they find a clear here. Inspired with the greatest of touches, leads to another ball through the Auburn box, but the Tigers finding a clear here.
Absolutely. Rift probably could have looked for a pass to the left there. It looked like Clayton would have been ready for an opportunity, and Sox being a menace in the front that he usually is on these Alabama teams could have resulted in a good opportunity there. Still have pressure in their side. Rift off the ceiling, a little awkward for Furball. The quality of Alabama Black just is not there in this game.
Not just the finishing ability especially. It's been just a little bit off. And you're right, the quality of opportunities just not there, at least in the first half. Plenty of time to switch it around as Rift trying to get the ball over Inspirer, but Auburn's backline defense, a big part of that lack of quality for Alabama. They are cutting out these plays before they can even develop. That's a big beat. Clay Goat setting up Rift X, but again, Nuclear is right there on the goal line. He has been massive for Auburn in defense, getting key touches to keep the ball out of Alabama hands and limiting some really good starts to what could be goals for the Crimson Tide. So still empty-handed. 2 minutes to go in Game 3, a game they have to win to avoid being swept by Auburn. Big save there on the initial try by Sox, but Inspire again right there for the cleanup.
Absolutely. The midfield presence from Alabama looks good, but on the defensive end, there's not a whole lot there. Stuck in a lot of 1v1s, 1v2s, putting teammates in dangerous positions. 3-0 for Auburn White. This is looking like it's going to be a sweep. Alabama needs to find something right here.
Rift's not going to find it there. Beaten by an Auburn player. Big clear. Nuclear Inspire again linking up on the offensive side. Sox make a big save on the goal line, but damn, I need clears right now. They need more offense, which again, they've had about 60% of the game's offense. Just haven't turned it into a goal just yet. And that miss from Clay Goat not going to help. Good save by Rift, but okay, well, I suppose it was a decent save. Got the prevention of the immediate goal, but the touch falls right back to Peppery Furball, and 4-0 for Auburn here in Game 3.
Yeah, the defense put in a bit of a tough position there. Clayton gets the full boost. His team probably expects a little bit more there from the corner. Puts them into a position to have to make a difficult save. And it's not looking good for Bama Black here. Clay Goat on the backboard, able to find a pinch. Maybe more. Nuclear doesn't want it to happen. Sox maybe able to control this ball. Clayco, good read from the corner. Sox there to challenge. It's, ooh, off the post.
Good
And
look, though.
Auburn there to find it from the post bounce to go from the midfield. Probably could have taken time there for Furball. This is quite the interesting turn of events here at the last minute of the game. 4-0. How we feeling, Beppe?
Well, I think that last play sums up the game for Alabama, unfortunately, very well, where they were inches away from scoring, and then Auburn turns it right back into a chance that they probably should have scored. That open net miss from Nuclear, not great, but they don't need a fifth goal. It's Alabama that have to score right now, and it's just missed executions, I feel like, in Game 3. It's going to lead to a sweep. You see something absurd right now, an avalanche of kickoff goals. Inspire has to miss this. He's not going to. I think Auburn White going to be sweeping Alabama Black.
Wow. Still a great showing from Alabama Black, especially in the first couple of games, and with the sub. Had a pretty great performance, but Auburn White takes the first win and the first series win for Auburn today for the Iron Bowl.
Yeah, they'll start off on the right foot of our. It's really a best of 3 between Auburn teams. So Auburn's on Iron Bowl point at the moment. We'll see if Alabama White can get one back for Bama a little bit later, taking on Auburn Orange after this one. And I'm going to throw it to a quick break because that sweep did get us back on schedule, but because we were so behind, I need water. I need to set up the next series. So we're going to be back in just about 10 minutes time with Auburn Orange versus Alabama White in our second series of the Iron Bowl in Rocket League. So we'll see you in a second. Until then, though, enjoy the synth wave as I buy time to switch the scene. All right, we're back with the second match of the Iron Bowl Rocket League edition. We got Auburn Orange and Alabama White as the second series on the day. The two B teams, the two rivals. Solution back with me in the booth for our second Iron Bowl matchup. And you were telling me that apparently Alabama White and Alabama Crimson were scrimming earlier. So how'd that go?
So they didn't have the full roster for 3 of the games, but Alabama White did take 4 games out of 10 off of Crimson. I bet Alabama White, excuse me, is going to put up quite the show here against Auburn Orange.
All right. Well, I'm expecting big things now out of Bama White, but Auburn Orange is definitely a big upgrade from White. So I mean, Auburn Navy and Auburn Orange very close this season. So maybe it's the same deal in both programs. We'll see what happens when they do play each other. Another best of 5, just like the last series. But Auburn Navy versus Alabama Crimson will be a full best of 7 later. So, I mean, any predictions here? I know you haven't seen too much of Auburn Orange, as I haven't seen too much of Alabama White Solution, but what are you expecting here?
I expect Alabama White to be very competitive here. I don't know a whole lot about Auburn Orange besides Josh Mango. Um, I'm going to say we're going to get a game 5 in Series 2. Give me Alabama White in 5. Not a reverse sweep, but in 5. It'll be back and forth.
All right, I hope so, because I mean that last series it was very back and forth outside of the goal scoring. And I would like to continue the back and forth nature of it, like the serious counterattack mode, trying to exploit openings on the defensive side quickly and going back and forth. But Auburn White is just a little more clinical than Bama Black was in the previous series. So hopefully we get upgrades from both sides, keep the entertainment levels high. And I am right there with you. I'm hoping it's a game 5. Don't know who's gonna win it though. Auburn hasn't been so hot in the game 7s and the game 5s recently, so maybe Bama
Alabama
would take it. Yeah, that's true. Friday Night
man.
Lights.
Yeah,
That was a show.
that,
That was just
that was
entertaining though.
brutal. Absolutely. No, that was a great matchup. Game 7. Wow. Looking forward to doing more stuff like that. Even if I'm not playing, it's always fun to have the teams come out, show what they're made of. We'll get in as soon as Alabama White joins this lobby.
I think
Not
they,
quite
they were
sure where they
waiting
are.
on my signal in Discord, which is poor wording on my part, getting
Ooh.
the teams in here. That's just what happens. That's Epic Stream's always scuffed. Something's gonna go wrong. But it's gone pretty smoothly today. I'm happy. Outside of the tech difficulties we had in between Series 1 and Series 2, it's gone smooth. The gameplay's been really good, and it's only gonna get better. So I'm happy things are going well. I've got Auburn Rocket League people gathered outside the window of the streaming booth. We're all kind of coming together in the game room for these series coming up.
Alabama White here needs to win the series if UA wants to win the Iron Bowl.
Yeah.
The pressure is on them this series.
Do you think they're feeling that? Like, do you think they watched the last series and they are knowing that they have to win this one in order to keep Bama alive in the Iron Bowl?
Honestly, I don't know if they care much. I think they're just going to see ball, hit ball, and whip ball in the net as Not Royals opens up the scoring for Auburn right off the kickoff.
Wow. Well, they saw the ball, but there wasn't any hitting of the ball there from Azek. Tough read off kickoff. He was kind of left on an island there with kind of all of Auburn heading towards the net off kickoff. But 5 seconds in, Auburn with the opening goal. Oh, there's a chance here to get one back. Arduous Water behind the ball, but stopped there by Driscoll. Auburn Orange, a decent start for them, but now Bama's starting to find an opening here. Swag just off on that kind of open net.
Wow, great save there from Driscoll. That shot had some heat on it. Swag with a little bit of dangerous commitment in the midfield. Azek is there to back him up. Demo on net. Luckily, Azek's still there to challenge the ball. Swag on low boost. Not able to do much with this. Alabama a little bit stressed on their side here. Driscoll with the shot. Top shelf in.
The bump plays are forcing Bama back here. I mean, Azek was just waiting on the goal line, and then Mango's right in his face as that shot comes at him. I don't know how much impact that ended up having on the end of that play, but Auburn really playing quickly right here, exploiting every opportunity they get. And again, Alabama just off. We're seeing similar shades from Bama to Bama Black and what they were doing earlier when they had these close chances, but they were just off hitting the post, sliding it up the back wall when it should be on target. It's a painful start, but I mean, it's just the first minute, so hopefully they solidify here.
Absolutely. A couple of missed opportunities, to say the least. Azek not able to get back to that ball, leaves AW8 in a terrible situation on defense. Not quite able to find the save. Both players, both AW8 and Swag, opt to try to play second man there, leaving the net open as well. That certainly does not help when you're down 2-0, leading to a 3-0 deficit early in this game one.
Yeah, Driscoll put heat behind that ball as well, doing well to take advantage of that overcommitment of the defense. Azek got back in time there, preventing the 4-0 start for Auburn Orange, but they're right back to it, looking to add to their totals here. Lewis Water trying to clear the zone. Driscoll intercepting. Now Royals moving in, putting it center for Mango, and it's 4-0. Auburn Orange off to the races right now.
Jeez. They're just beating them to every ball on defense. Josh there, nobody from Alabama even close to that ball. Maybe a little bit of a giveaway from Swag in the corner, but he didn't have much boost to work with. Auburn suffocating this Alabama defense at the moment.
I mean, how do you recover from a situation like this? Like,
that is not how to do it
goalie.
Right there. This is tough.
0-5? It is tough. How do you recover from that?
They're just trying to be a little bit too possessive when they're getting to these early challenges. AW8 there didn't find the exact touch he was looking for, spun out a little bit. Auburn was there to freely collect it and convert immediately.
Well, we'll see if Alabama can find a way out of this. They have spent a good chunk at the start of this game on their own end, but finally going to be putting the ball in the back of Auburn's net. Bama White scoring their first goal of this series. And hey, I mean, we're not even halftime yet, so maybe this is the start of a 5-goal comeback.
Exceptional pass from Swag there in the corner. Low boost, gets the flip. Perfect placement of the ball in the midfield. Azek cuts from the corner. Gives them some momentum for the rest of this game. They might not be able to come back from this 4-goal deficit. It's definitely positive to at least take away for the rest of this game and going into the next game.
That's
AW8.
Chaos.
That was crazy.
We saw a pool shot attempted to clear, and then an Auburn Orange player got bumped into bumping their own teammate. And it's given Alabama space to work with now. Hitting the crossbar. Arduous Water a little bit off target, but hey, this is how you recover. The solution, they're getting momentum. They're putting some decent chances on that Auburn goal, and it feels like Alabama's close to a second goal.
Oh my goodness, that is quite the way to score the second goal. Maybe able to mark a comeback here. Go down 0-5, 2-5, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. 3 goals is definitely possible in this high-scoring matchup. Alabama's speed starting to pick up here. See if they can keep it going. Swag with the full boost and possession of the ball. No Auburn player in the air. Josh with an excellent challenge there. Gives them possession.
Dangerous center ball. Water's all over it, though. Finding a demo on Driscoll as well. Good control here from the corner, but Josh reads it nicely. Puts the ball on target. Now Auburn Orange trying to stop the bleeding a little bit. It felt like Alabama really was gaining steam there for a second and might have gone on a run. They still can. I mean, they were just pushed back for a second. Have to build up the offense once more as Driscoll finds a big clear. But as long as Auburn can run out the clock here, they got a 3-goal buffer to work with. And they'll be taking game 1. But 90 seconds here, and Alabama looking for team plays. To get a little bit more done in offense. That fake from Driscoll leads to a shot from Mango, and it's saved by Azek, so the tactical whiff, not really worth it.
Absolutely. Alabama able to bail themselves out of a lot of missed opportunities, missed touches, missed reads. But Josh Mango still on this ball for Auburn, looking for the double off the backboard. Azek takes control. Doesn't quite get the 50, but Swag is there to at least touch it out to the wall. Driscoll's still on this ball, no boost to work with. But Auburn just on every ball, takes a shot far post Josh Mango. 6-2, this game is just about over.
And Josh Mango, he's had 100% goal participation in this game. He's got a hat trick and a playmaker medal as well. 3 assists, 3 goals for him. He is definitely settled in early on to this series, feeling himself in offense, and 60 seconds left. I thought for a moment there was something there for Alabama. I mean, they got those 2 goals. It definitely feels a lot better going into game 2 to have your offense going there for a little bit of a spurt. But after Auburn settled back in, put their lead up to 4 again, I think the chances of that comeback kind of went out the window.
Yeah, absolutely. Alabama definitely looking a little panicked here.
Oh.
And Swag able to convert on a demo from Azik in the net. Brilliant shot placement from Swag and a brilliant redirect to the backboard. Swag looking pretty formidable heading into game number 2.
No kidding. That's a great ball. Even got the little cheeky wave dash off the sidewall to get to it a little bit faster. And Arduous Water was hurtling into that play. So I think that wave dash actually allowed Swag to get to that ball before his teammate, which probably would have taken away the immediate goal. But either way, 3 goals for Alabama. A much better finish relative to the start here. Might find a 4th, Arduous Water, and a 1v1 versus Driscoll. But Driscoll realizing how much space and time he had, taking it away from AW8, putting one last heater on the net at the end of game 1. But Auburn Orange on top first. That quick start from them propelling them to victory.
An absolute shootout and an absolute masterclass performance from Josh Mango here. 744 points, 7 shots, 3 assists. He is everywhere on the pitch, and definitely something that Alabama needs to worry about going into game number 2.
That was a stacked stat line from Mango there. He's feeling good. You're right, going into game 2, something to build on. But Alabama, they were looking good. I think the scoreboard reset is really going to do them a lot of benefits in game 2, because that 0-4 deficit, you know, it's got to be easy to think about the game kind of being over at that point. You're just trying to get it back, see what you can do, and Alabama did. They got it back a little bit. Now that the scoreboard's reset, you can ride that wave of momentum going forward, and already doing well to set up their offense. AW8, a cheeky 1v1 play. Couldn't get the shot to go, though. Far down, it stays out, though. Crimson Tide, fast start.
Yeah, maybe got a little bit bailed out there from Driscoll missing that early shot. But Alabama, despite how aggressive of a team Alabama White is, aren't really following well on their second man positioning. AW8 outplays the team. That ball was sitting in front of the net, not quite able to convert. Driscoll blasts that over the post. Brilliant 50 from AW8 and over another. A little mussy attempt. Driscoll there to receive it, but not able to get possession as Azik goes in the air looking to pass, but Royals cuts it off. No one from Alabama willing to go there.
He did back off, though, and that ended up working out, resetting the play, trying to work away from the goal line. AW8 demoing Driscoll to give Bama a little bit of space here, but giving space for Mango too. Bama couldn't quite catch up to the play. Josh Mango gets out, puts the ball into the corner, and sets up Driscoll for a movement inside. Swag, though, on the near post. Great defense. Doesn't find the subsequent 50-50. So Alabama, I mean, they're playing defense, but it's not scary defense like it was in the last game. This is controlled. And Arduous Water is showing off his mechanical ability in this game. He's had 3 moments that haven't resulted in goals just yet, but the amount of space that he's gaining on his lonesome behind the ball is impressive.
Absolutely. Alabama's been able to keep the ball very close to their cars this game. AW8 especially just didn't get the touch that he was looking for before the Doomsy dish there. But Auburn on defense, great challenge in the corner. Azik not able to find much with this here. Looks like Auburn's going to get possession from this opportunity. Good touch down to Azik from AW8. Leaves Swag in a little bit of an awkward spot, but Josh not able to work with much there. A little bit of a rush from AW8. Watson back and forth again.
Yeah, and that's what we want to see, especially in a scoreless game. The back and forth. That's what I love about Rocket League. The intensity of a 0-0 score line where possession's about even. Both sides are putting together good looks. That was a dangerous moment. Alabama going to be conceding at the end of that moment. 1-0 Auburn Orange, and it wasn't the open net they end up scoring. It's putback that gets Auburn Orange the lead.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay from Swag there. Definitely beat to that ball on the backboard. Could have opted to wait in the net for whatever was there, whether it's a pass or some kind of control. But still, this game is close. 1-0, not quite a shootout like the last game. 2 minutes left. Alabama could definitely come back from this one.
Alabama just 4 shots, though. First 3 minutes of gameplay. Despite decent time spent on the Auburn half. Quite putting the ball towards the net. Should be one. Now Isaac elected to play it slow, try and fake Josh Mango, but Mango read it well. That leads to a clear for Auburn Orange. A shot from Driscoll that goes wide through the Alabama box, and no harm done, really. And then we get out of defense, find it clear, see what they can set up now.
AWA with a clean beat, top corner. Royals there to make a great save. Isaac's going to get possession here. A little bit of a pitch into the middle. Swag shot top shelf in the net. Wow.
That was perfect placement. I mean, Mango's there, and if that ball is a little bit higher, it goes off, and a little bit lower, it's saved by Mango. So perfect spot. 1-1. Alabama will be scoring their fourth goal of the series. And this is a big moment for them to get the series back. I mean, a blowout-ish game in Game 1 where Auburn kind of controlled it from the start. Now it's a tie ball game, and Alabama White, good opportunity now to level up this series.
A couple of whiffs there in the midfield. Isaac able to get back to this ball. A little bit of a chain dash on the wall, maybe unintentional, not able to make much of it. Swag with a great 50 and control from a great first touch. Keeping that ball close, really underrated skill set that Swag's been able to acquire recently. Keeping that ball close, like we see players like Zen do in the RLCS, but a little bit of a giveaway there in the midfield. I'm not sure what the intention of that pinch was there. Auburn almost able to capitalize. Josh Mango into the midfield. The Alabama defense looking kind of awkward here with 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, they're surviving right now. I think getting to overtime would be good for them, but they just flipped it. Isaac, great job tearing up the midfield. Giving Bama a lot of territory to work with now in the 10 seconds, and perhaps Auburn, the team that overtime would really benefit at the moment, as they're the ones under the gun in the waning moments of Game 2. Swag will pop that up towards the Auburn Orange back wall, but Royals gets it out over to Driscoll, and he's going to spike it. Overtime, our first OT today, a 1-1 here in Game 2 of Auburn Orange and Bama White, and that was a little weird.
A little bit of kickoff shenanigans from Alabama. Looked like they left one back on purpose in order to fake that ball to get it to this person on the sidewall there. Isaac touches it under, not quite behind Josh Mango, as AWA looks a challenge in the corner here. Low boost, so is Josh Mango. A challenge from Isaac. Great way to keep pressure on their side, but a bit of a mischallenge. Leaves AWA alone on defense.
Oh, that ball's going to stay center. It's playing pinball there in the midfield, and Driscoll stopping it just outside the Alabama box. This is dangerous for Bama. Double commit there. Josh Mango can have a little bit of time and space to work with. Just slams it off the back wall. Didn't have much boost to set up anything himself. So Alabama breaking out now. Fighting for possession in the midfield. Swag has to control the ball. That's the best he can do. Driscoll catches up to the play. He'll move Auburn right back into the offensive end. Not Royals for the win. Saved by Arduous Water. What a defensive effort.
Excellent defensive awareness there from Arduous Water to realize that bottom shelf was probably the only place that that ball could have been shot. There to receive it. Really brilliant execution from him. And Alabama in their box gets a boost steal from Isaac in the corner. Can he get a good 50? No. Auburn a little bit backward on the backboard. And just lots of awkwardness here in this OT. No team really wants to make that decisive push to shoot the ball to get a great opportunity. Playing so far off the ball that it's looking Like, that's how you give up a play here. Don't play too far off how you would normally play in this OT.
This is, you're right. Both sides just playing awkwardly in overtime, and they get clumped up, and then they get too spaced out, and the ball will just sit there for a moment. But you can thrive in the chaos. Usually a good indicator of taking a series like this. 2 minutes of overtime come and gone, and despite some close opportunities for both sides, no one has broken the silence. Stay at 1-1. Big demo there. Driscoll can't beat Swag, as the latter kind of dunked Auburn into maybe giving up some more possession, but Josh Mango finds a clear, puts a shot on target. Easy save for the likes of Arduous Water, and Bama allowed a clear. Take a little bit more time in the offensive end. Azek puts it dangerously across the Auburn goal line. He was bumped out of the play, but he was rotating out anyway. Now back into it. Stopped by Driscoll. The ball sitting at the midfield line. Arduous Water, a pot shot towards net. Big miss from Royals. There's no shot from Arduous Water. We keep playing overtime.
Missed opportunities and missed opportunities for Alabama. AW8 able to get that control, but opts to play it to the backboard. 2 people back. Usually not the best play in that situation. So I'm able to get a good shot, but Driscoll with an early read on that save. Auburn defense has been looking pretty solid. 3 minutes into OT. Great beat from Mango.
Center. See if they can capitalize on that good defense, but Alabama the same. They've been playing solidly on their back line. It's gotten chaotic at times, but they have found a way out of it each and every moment. They've been forced backwards. Royals threw a double commit out of the defense. A great save by Arduous Water, as he had to react to that so quickly.
Absolutely. Arduous has been playing a very solid third man this game, but his teammates making him a little bit awkward here. A lot of just touches to the other team here from Alabama, even when they have the resources and the time to play it close to themselves. Then again, a pinch. That's straight in the net. Alabama with their first game of the series and of the day. Alabama white. A little bit of a pinch shenanigan from Azek and Swag. 102 kilometers per hour in the net.
How about that? That's a way to win a game. From your own goal line, pretty much. Azek and Swag with a team pinch to win it in OT. That's hype. That's got to get them going now that the series is tied up.
Oh, absolutely. 8 saves from Arduous Water. Excellent defense. Could not ask for better goal line decision making from him this series. Would like the offensive end of Alabama to be a little bit more controlled here in this game 3. I feel like they can pull away with this one if they do, but Auburn Orange still looking solid in this one.
It's crazy to me as well that Arduous Water didn't have any goals scored in that game. Like, wasn't a part of the scoreboard on the Alabama side. Obviously, those 8 saves, massive, especially in overtime, where he had to make some clutch blocks on his goal line to keep Auburn out of the back of the Alabama net. But he had so many moments in that last game where he took full control of a play. He tried to take out the entire Auburn defense with his solo efforts, and it never turned into a goal, which, you know, I mean, that's not what you really are thinking about as a player. You're just thinking about how to win, but Arduous Water has been doing so much work for this Alabama team, and it's just a little funny to me that he didn't find a goal in that last one, but still, MVP by all rights for Bama getting that game win, a pretty much 9-minute affair.
That is a pinch straight in the net, a little bit unlucky. Swag, a little bit slow to this ball, and gives it right onto Driscoll's hood. Perhaps had a little bit more time than he made himself think he had there, but quite unlucky that falls straight in.
That's... there's no way Driscoll's diving into that thinking, all right, I'm going to score from this position.
Oh, absolutely.
Just happened to get a goal, opening up the scoring for Auburn Orange, and a good way to recover from that overtime loss that they just suffered, and almost getting another one. Still might with Swag, super awkward, no boost to get back on the near side to cut off that play, and Royals going to be scoring the second for Auburn Orange. Josh Mango just hits that hard, and Royals is there.
The entire Alabama defense sent that into the corner. All three of them with the same idea. Nobody staying net. Perhaps like maybe AW8 should have there, seeing his two teammates in front of him. Results in a 2-0 lead for Auburn here in Game 3. Game 3, you don't necessarily want to lose. You'll be on game point.
Big swing game. Massive for both sides as momentum's really gone back and forth in this best of 5. Royals gonna make it 3 again. It was game 1 where Auburn had that 4-0 start. I think it might have been a 5-0 start before Alabama was able to get a goal and add on to what was a goose egg for a while there. But recovered in game 2, won that OT, and now 2-0 deficit for them to claw their way out of. This is a good moment to do that. Azek forcing a hard touch from Dreskel off his own back wall. Now Mango on the back wall, forced to make a difficult read, but he does, and now it's Auburn Orange really surviving in defense.
Absolutely. Mango with a clutch play at a clutch moment to keep the lead here in Game 3. Mango opting to use the backboard makes all 3 players from Alabama jump. Swag opts to touch that ball away. Maybe he could have got a little bit of possession there. Azek takes it in the air but leaves it. AW8 in a difficult position, able to collect it from the backboard, but Dreskel able to intercept. As there could be a 2v1 here. Swag top left. Ooh. Close opportunity. Absolutely. It's just converting. Alabama White is just rushing too much on these opportunities that they're fully capable of doing.
That's been the story of the day for the Crimson Tide. Just rushing and not quite there on the execution moments. Some of these offensive plays, but still 2 minutes left, only down by 2. Despite the start from Auburn Orange, that's a big touch from Royals, probably a goal. But he doesn't get a toe on that ball. Still, might yet be. Swag playing against Mango there. And the defense holding on, but it is precarious. The ball was sitting in front of their net there for a moment. Azek trying to put it back in that position. The net open, arduous water there for the score, and finally, a passing play turns into a goal for Bama.
Would love to see that from arduous water. Alabama has sometimes not been there for second man positioning to make those shots. That one is an open net, but AW8 is there to capitalize. Down 1 here. Definitely can come back in this one. A bit of a misflip from Dreskel here. He's got to reset. Dreskel's got control of this play. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, let's watch
what happened
that
again.
Here? I mean, Dreskel, he's got a chance to get to this ball.
Oh, what an angle by Swag.
Yeah.
Oh my
All right.
goodness, who is this guy?
Yeah, this is the new and improved Swag showing up in Game 3 when his team needs him the most, tying us up. 2-2, 90 seconds, and all of a sudden, like we've been talking about, the momentum going back and forth, swapping sides to the Bama end, and in the waning moments of Game 3 here, the business end of Game 3, they're showing up massively.
And that play from Swag looks a little bit debatable there, but I like the control from Alabama on the defense, just not giving that ball away from free. Although Auburn still able to put some passes into the midfield here. Royals touch to Dreskel post and in.
What a play. Dreskel doing work in the corner, kind of pinching it center, sticking around, and doinking that ball every which way on the goal line. Got it off the post and off a Bama defender and in. Auburn taking the lead back after giving up those 2 straight goals, stopping the bleeding, but off kickoff, an open net for Swag. There's his 2nd goal of the game, and again, coming up huge.
Excellent kickoff, excellent cheat from Swag. Avoids the effect of the bump from Josh, able to convert. 3-3, less than a minute left on the clock. Who's gonna take this one?
Honestly, have no idea. Though kickoffs going back and forth, switching sides as often as momentum in this one. Mango looking back for Dreskel. Auburn trying to claim the last seconds of possession, I'm sure. See if they can prevent Alabama from stealing this game. It was a 2-0 start for Auburn and fought it back lost the lead, lost the tie game, and then got it right back off kickoff. And now Mango in a 1v2 against Arduous Water, and Swag shots just short of being on target, but Swag will put it back center. Dreskel, big block on the goal line. Arduous Water gets it underneath Royals. Now Dreskel, Josh Mango again, alone in defense. Can't make the read, but the shot's off the post. Swag had a chance to put the game away. Instead, Dreskel, big clear. Azek low on boost, but he makes the save, and we get another overtime in this series.
Swag's definitely going to want that shot back going into OT. Auburn has the kickoff, but they don't have the shot. Azek there to control it. Great ceiling play over Dreskel. Alabama has possession here and boost to work with. AW8 with a good flip. Mango there to intercept.
Ooh, Dreskel, that might work out actually. The hard touch up and around, not really into the hands of Alabama. Dreskel going to find a clear-ish. Mango stepping up. That net looks open, but again, just a little bit off target on what was a golden opportunity, but it does get Auburn into the offensive zone. Swag want to take him right back out of it. Low on boost, chance to flick though. Hard shot, bar down, the ball's still out. IW8 going to finish it off, and Bama win game 3.
Clinical play, very good control from Swag there, coming out from transition on defense. AW8 there to finish the play. The janitor, if you will, cleaning up for Alabama. They take game 3.
Wow. There's Arduous Water's goal that I was talking about him not getting in the last game. That was massive. But Swag, a deserved MVP. Those 2 goals and 5 saves. Look, adding to 10 saves for Alabama White. That's an insane defensive performance, giving up 14 shots, saving 10 of those. And Auburn Orange scored the other 3. So there's only 1 unaccounted for that Bama didn't keep out. That's crazy.
Absolutely. Swag making plays all over the field. Looked like he had the best control of the game. Going into game 4, that's exactly what you want for this Alabama White team. And if you're Alabama White, you want to finish this now. You do not want Orange to get any momentum going into game 5 potentially.
2 overtime wins, all 3 games in this series. Auburn Orange has outshot Bama White, but Alabama just finding ways to win. That was a little scary from Azek. Triple commit on the goal line now for Bama, but they keep the ball out, and Swag finds a clear. If that isn't thriving in defensive chaos, I don't know what it is.
Azek made me definitely flinch a little bit, and I'm not even playing the game. I'm just watching. My goodness, AW8 with a 3 ball. Gets it past 150 for a second one. Should get possession. Dreskel looking for a demo. Not able to catch up. Swag on this ball again. It just rolls in. Mango not there to find the save.
All right, what just happened here? The Swag takes a touch at the midfield line, gets it underneath Royals, and Mango isn't there in time. That's a
just
little
an
wild.
Unsavable shot right there. 5
the 5 mile per hour doink at the midfield line. No one can save that.
Unbelievable.
All right, 1-0 Alabama. I think it's the first game in this series where they found the first goal. So the times they're a-changing for Alabama here in game 4. Not a moment too soon, because they win this game and they tie up the Iron Bowl between Auburn and Alabama. It's a best of 3 between the A, B, and C teams for both these Rocket League programs. And I would love to go into the Auburn Navy Alabama Crimson series, a full best of 7 with the series, the day-long series all tied up.
Absolutely. Great 50 there from Azek in the midfield. They might be able to contain Josh here. AW8 not really close enough to the play to get something going. Looks like Alabama will still get possession of this ball, though. This ball is in a bit of a dangerous position. Josh able to receive it. Might double. The AW8 with possession and grabs the mid boost. Around 1. 50 straight on target. Josh potentially saves that ball. Back on the Alabama net. More double commits on defense from Alabama.
They're finding ways out, though. I mean, again, the defense has not been pretty from Alabama in this game whatsoever, but they are preventing Auburn from scoring. They're keeping that goose egg on the board. Mango gonna take it away. Get at least a tick mark for now. Instead, though, Swag, a flick save by Dreskel. It forced 2 up. Alabama, they got themselves out of defense, no matter how awkward it was in the process. They're looking to make it 2-0. Arduous Water beaten there by Mango. Royals just kind of in the face of Swag, but he doesn't care. Wins the ball, gets an open net, and he's 2 for 3. Swag is taking over.
Yeah, Driscoll, a little bit of a misplay there as third man, going for that mid boost, leaves the net wide open from Swag. Yet again, seems like the gates are just open for Swag.
His King Midas at the moment. 2 big goals, the overtime winner in the last game, and here, 2 for 2 for Alabama. He has scored both. The pair of goals keeping them out in front of Auburn Orange at the moment. And now, looking for more. Azek behind the play, locks front bumpers with Royals. And so, we're going to see a Rule 1. Actually, it just got broken.
On stream. Oh my goodness, that is blasphemy.
We're staying
I didn't even know who broke it, but judging by the quick chat, it looks like it was probably Auburn. A little bit of panic on defense. Not quite sure what's going on at the moment. Azek able to get a touch. Royals with a challenge. Azek there to receive it. A little bit of a double commit yet again on the Alabama side. The Auburn still not able to generate any good opportunities here in this game. Azek with a great 50 on Josh's forehead. Swag with a demo might open up some space here. A little bit of a poor cut there from Swag, preventing AW8 from making a great play from a great angle there. Could have had a really good opportunity. This goes back and forth in Alabama side.
Auburn, they're just going, you're right, back and forth. Not through the box, though. It's just sidewall to sidewall, getting hung up in the corners and not really developing much. That miss could change things. AW8 demoed. Azek can't get out of the in and out. And so Mango just shoots it over the last man standing for Bama. And Auburn will cut it to 1. Looks like the bad luck, the bad karma you get from breaking a Rule 1, not in effect just yet.
Definitely. A little bit of a misplay from Azek on defense there. A little bit just rushing too much on these plays that he has a lot more time on than he's giving himself. AW8 probably not able to find much. He does have the reset here. Driscoll able to get to that ball. That could have been a highlight play for the day.
Instead, going the opposite way now. Josh Mango got some room. Is that going to shut it down? Driscoll, though, outspeeding Swag. That net is open thanks to a big demo, and Royals just going to walk it on in. And Solution, I see your face cam, head and hands. What's going on?
Lots of disappointment. The net's just wide open. I'm not exactly sure how we got there, but it's all good. I believe in Alabama. Tied up with 45 seconds.
All right, he believes, but Auburn has come back from a 2-goal deficit, just like Bama did in the last game. And we could see Game 5 popping up, but Alabama with the early agency in the offensive end off kickoff. Chance to snatch their lead back. Arduous Water off the ceiling. I was liking what he was setting up, but couldn't put it on target no matter how good the setup play was. And so Auburn allowed a clear. Royals off the sidewall. Mango looking for a demo, but the net's just open. And Auburn taking 3 straight goals and now the lead.
The defense is non-existent. Swag just getting absolutely destroyed in the midfield. Leaves the net wide open. Need a little bit better awareness from the Alabama side. Heading into potentially Game 5.
All right, 12 seconds. Game 5, certainly a possibility now. Mango and Driscoll both going for that ball. That's going to put Alabama in a good spot here. In the waning moments of Game 4, Arduous Water for the tie. He gets it on 0 seconds. Arduous Waters walked Alabama back into the prospect of a 4-game win.
He's ripped the comeback right out of their heads. Auburn is quivering, shaking. Arduous Water has the ice factor this game. Can he continue in this OT and win the series right here?
More kickoff shenanigans. Azek and Swag pumping each other on the goal line. I don't know what the plan was there. I think Alabama taking a play out of Fizik's coaching book, but either way, they get control. Arduous Water going to put one on target. It's a light one, but it allows him to steal boost and put 2 up from the goal line of Auburn. Double commit there. Not going to immediately punish them. 30 seconds into overtime, and Bama has had the bulk of the control. Josh Mango going to find half a clear as it falls into Asick's hands. Alabama trying to take the game right back from Auburn.
Absolutely. Alabama did have the pressure there for a bit, but a lot of their touches just like they wanted a touch on the ball. Didn't really look like they were trying to accomplish much. So AWA tries to take it out from his backboard. A little bit awkward here on defense. Isaac gets a poor flip on the ball. Driscoll's there to intercept. Does it still go anyway?
It could, especially with Arduous Water and Swag on the field. The goals they've been getting have been absolutely electric. And Auburn, pesky as ever, just sticking around. A demo, I think, just opened up a net. And Alabama using that open net to their advantage. 3 overtime wins in a row for Alabama to win them the series.
Absolutely. We've been talking about AWA. We've been talking about Swag. At the end of the day, Isaac's there to finish the game and series out. Brilliant performance from them.
Wow, what a series. I mean, I thought we were going to game 5 with Auburn snatching the lead out of Alabama's hands there with 12 seconds left, and then Bama with the 0-second goal to get us into OT. And in extra time, Alabama 3-game winners in that series. They showed some serious ice there.
Oh, absolutely. Really good performance from them as a new team. 3 very aggressive players put together on the same roster, and it still works out at the end of the day. They take the dub over Auburn Orange.
So that evens up the Iron Bowl, moving us into the final series of the day. Auburn Navy, Alabama Crimson, the 2 A teams taking the pitch in a full best of 7 to see which of the 2 Rocket League programs against longtime rivals Alabama and Auburn is the better at the moment. Before that, we do have to take a break. We got to rest after that crazy long series, all those minutes of overtime. So until that best of 7, we will be right back. But you better stick around. After that last one, I mean, that wasn't even the main event. So I hope to see you all in about 10 minutes time. All right. Final series of the day, the main event of the Rocket League Iron Bowl. Auburn Navy, Alabama Crimson, the two A teams, and we get the extra wrinkle as well with a former Auburn Navy player playing on Alabama Crimson. Solution, we got our final best of 7 today. Are you as hyped as I am?
Oh, I'm so excited. Alabama White came in clutch, tied the series up for the
Mm-hmm.
Iron Bowl, leaving everything on the line here for Navy versus Crimson. A little bit of beef between Gray and the Auburn side, hopefully. Would love to see some of that. It's going to be a great series. How do you think this one's going to go?
Honestly, knowing both these teams, I think it's going to be a long one. Game 6 or 7. It has to be. Though we do have a substitution for Auburn Navy. We have Hums out for the first couple of games and Keaton in for the first couple of games. This is what I've heard. So we'll see how he performs. We'll see how Alabama Crimson does. I mean, we got Trizen playing in the starting roster. Last time I watched them, it was you in that lineup against UAH. So this is my first time seeing this version of Auburn Navy against this version of Alabama Crimson.
Absolutely. Would love to see Trizen get some revenge for me on stream. You know, we always struggle on stream. We always struggle in game 7.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're about ready to start here. Great matchup.
Well, we'll see
Looks
if they are
maybe
actually ready to
not.
start. Everyone's like joining and off and on. I'll wait to tab over to the game before the players actually get on. But they're just messing with each other. It's all mind games at this point. I mean, I know a lot of these guys are friends. Alabama and Auburn. We played Rocket League together a lot. The rivalry is it's there, but it's also for show as well. So we're just waiting for the players to get in, and I know there's a lot of pride on the line here, but it's about having a good time as well.
Trizen has the Auburn logo as his profile picture.
That's hilarious.
That is very interesting.
Hopefully he scores so we can have that on stream.
I don't want to see that on stream. Come on now. It's got to be Alabama. Alabama on top in this series.
Well, we'll see.
Here
The
we
players
go.
are ready. So we'll see if it is Alabama on top or Auburn on top. This is for all the marbles. This is for all the pride in the states. I mean, Alabama and Auburn goes back a long time, and I mean on the football side recently, it's not been so good for Auburn. So I am at least hoping that they put up a really good fight here. But here we go, Solution back and forth to start us off. Keaton in, Trizen in. This is gonna be electric.
Absolutely. Keaton is quite a big of a threat, despite being the sub for Auburn here today. Would not underestimate him by any means. Looks like Auburn's got the early control here. Around Gray, Chan with a great challenge in the corner. A little bit of a whiff there. Not a whole lot going on to start this game.
Not quite. Defense is solid, although it's mostly Alabama's defense that's staying solid. Trizen wins the ball, and the Ghostbuster Mobile starting us off with a goal. He gets the assist, actually. It's Gray that scores it, but what a setup and a finish by Gray.
It is my hatred for the Ghostbusters Mobile that caused that ball to go in, I swear. Gray able to find a perfect shot top shelf from the pass from Trizen, though. Early start from Alabama, as usual for Crimson. The deal is, can they finish off these games and finish off this series? We'll have to find out.
For those that didn't watch Friday Night Lights on Friday, my personal series of show matches on this stream, we did have this version of Alabama Crimson. Sorry, Solution, to remind you once again of what happened, but Solution was in for Trizen, and they got reverse swept by UAH, who very good team. Going up 3-0 on them is impressive, but like we've been talking about, the clutch, honestly, from both these teams, because Auburn Navy, they have lost in Game 7 twice on Friday Night Lights. One with a sub where they went 2-2 versus Bob Jones once Bro Turkey came back in for Josh Mango, but they lost that one in Game 7. They lost to UAH Blue in Game 7 the week prior. So both these sides with a little bit of clutch lacking at the end of series. But now that they're against each other, that can change the complexion here. And I mean, every game could feel like a Game 7 between these two sides with how much is on the line right now.
Absolutely. And if you start off as the team that's winning those early games, you don't want to be the one to start giving up, to start losing that mentality that enables that reverse sweep to happen. Changing up what you're doing when you're actually playing the right way and maybe got a little bit unlucky. This game's still going back and forth. No one able to open any opportunities up, but it looks like Auburn's going to probably break out on defense here. They have pretty good boost control. Turkey over one. Good chow in the midfield and try there.
Still not finding much though. Despite all of this action, the solo control, nothing is breaking down either defense at the moment. Just that one play from Trizen, the sidewall ball, and now okay, a corner read almost got Auburn to break, but the crossbar playing the fourth man defender role very nicely. That'll get the Tigers out of defense for the moment, maybe into a shooting position, but Keaton was dusted right there by Trizen. Auburn still working for control. That's a big win though. The midfield line for the Crimson Tide. They can't work it into a shot on target immediately, but they do eventually get that shot. No, Rocco makes the read, and now a lot of transition where he gets through two. Not Trizen though. The third man does very well for Alabama. It's such a control-heavy game for both sides.
Absolutely. Auburn's doing a good job of playing Alabama's touches really well. They seem to be predicting where they're going or the weak touches that they're sometimes getting. Chan able to bail Trizen out a little bit there. Looks like Alabama might be pretty low on boost here. Trizen has control in the midfield. Up to Gray. Great challenge for Bro Turkey in the midfield. Auburn just not quite able to follow up that chance.
Still, it's just so slow. They're waiting for the ball to come to them. Proactivity starting to turn results. Rocco a chance to force Gray to the back wall, but he does so nicely to keep the ball close, grab that 100 boost. Didn't get through Bro Turkey though. So Auburn still with possession here. Tries and will take it away with a half clear that falls into Rocco's hands, looking for Bro Turkey down the pitch. Instead he'll find Bro Turkey and Keaton, who they combine to get the ball further down the pitch. So Gray in defense, once again, superior to Auburn's offense. And we stay at 1-0, no matter the efforts from Auburn. They just cannot break through that zero, sticking around on the scoreboard. And Bro Turkey, double demo, tries and give the ball away at the midfield line, but Auburn can't build off that. Tries and buys so much time for Gray to get back. Alabama clears the zone, and now we can take the clock to 0 seconds. On triple zeros, Auburn actually gets an opportunity here. Keaton with a catch, pop, gets some control through the corner, but Gray bumps him off of it, and Alabama wins 1-0.
That's how you need to start as Alabama, as they usually start. But it's keeping that momentum, keeping that mentality, keeping the same play style, not letting Auburn get in your heads, even if they score early in the next game.
50-50 ball possession, 50-50 field domination. The boost a little bit on Alabama's side there, at least boost used, but that was about as even a game as it gets. Low shooting as well, 7 shots combined for the two teams, 5 for Bama, 2 for Auburn, which makes sense considering how slowly both sides were taking the plays. When they would make a save or get a little bit of control on the defensive end, they would control it down the pitch, try to get it to a teammate, just let the play develop slowly. But Trizen ripping that ball away as Auburn had an early opportunity that they couldn't take advantage of. So they'll remain scoreless in the series as Alabama clears the zone, and we'll do it again.
Absolutely. Alabama's been doing a great job of just waiting for their time to go, not doing anything too risky, and so far it's been paying off for them. 30 seconds in, Gray doing the exact opposite of what I just said, but tries and has control of the ball in the midfield. Bro Turkey almost gets a great ground double there. But Auburn now with possession. Rocco not able to find a second touch, gets a bump on Gray, and that's in top shelf. Keaton able to convert for Auburn, their first goal of the series.
What a play by Rocco right here. Doesn't get the second touch, but Goomba stomps Gray there on the goal line. And that's what opens that up for Keaton. That's more creative offense from Auburn that they were lacking a little bit in game one. It's that playmaking ability that Rocco just showed off. And now, again, winning that challenge in the midfield, getting Auburn a little bit of space, but it's taken away by Alabama. They matched the good read in the midfield with one of their own, and now a chance to score for Gray.
Ooh.
He slots the shot, 1-1.
Absolutely perfect placement from Gray, getting that where no defender can cut it or save the ball there. Can't get a better shot than that to tie things up.
That was perfect. I mean, the defense was in a good spot for that. Broco was there to challenge, just half a step behind. Bro Turkey had the near side covered enough. If that shot's a little bit off, he's probably making the save, but perfect placement from Gray. So, tied up once again. Auburn trying to change that, but he cuts the play out, clears the zone, and Alabama, it's their turn to take the lead. Tries just a little bit too underneath that ball, playing it off to the side instead of immediately forward. Now we go back and forth, fighting for possession again.
Absolutely. Alabama playing their hearts out in this game. They've been playing well in areas that they typically haven't played well in before, especially on defense. Looks like they're going to have control over the backboard. A great reception from Chan there from Trison on the back wall. Makes Bro Turkey full commit to that ball. Gray's able to get the beat in the midfield. And the corner grab from Turkey. Lots of pressure building up here for Alabama.
Trison keeping that pressure going with a nice recovery out of the bump. And Chan combining with Keaton there for an accidental clear on his part. Alabama, though, good job of finding clears into space. And usually the follow-up's a little better than that. That one was given up at the midfield line. But down the field, tries, it's harassing the last man of Auburn. Rocco does well to stall for his teammate. Get the ball over the midfield line. Keaton for a shot, though. Again, that second man, the man right there in defense. Despite the last man being bumped or demoed or harassed, they recover, but Auburn gets right back to the offensive zone, and Bro Turkey finding Keaton with a simple back wall pass and a great slowdown by Keaton.
Absolutely. Brilliant use of space from Auburn. The play from Alabama broke down probably about 15 seconds ago. A little bit of a poor challenge from Gray on the sidewall. Left his team having to chase to get back to the play rather than being at pace with Auburn. Opens the game up for Auburn 2-1.
Rocco looking to add to the lead, but a soft touch on what should have been a bit of a harder pass center. It's to Alabama. The opportunity to once again tie the game. Back pass to Chan. Gets him some room here. Keaton with nice control in the corner. Dangerous pop. As a demo onto Vroko, could have left Auburn susceptible to conceding. They do well to recover. Once again, it's kind of been the story for both sides. They've been put in awkward spots time and time again by the offenses, but both sides pretty good defensive recoveries, though right there, not the case for Auburn. Trison with a bit of an easy shot after Bro Turkey misses that off the back wall.
Yeah, Trison's just sitting in their goal box for absolutely no reason. Maybe he was looking for a bump on one of the players there. Ended up being in the perfect place at the perfect time. Ghostbuster mobile shot, top shelf. Can't get any better than that.
I don't know how he is playing in that thing. Like, that, it looks so top-heavy and awkward to play with, but Trison making it look easy. In fact, almost getting one more for Alabama. See if they can't steal the game. Keaton getting a demo. Good setup play, but the recoil from the explosion puts him right back into Bro Turkey's car. And so the Crimson Tide allowed an out. Bro Turkey controlling it through the air, and he'll find one of his own.
Absolutely. Lots of back and forth in the midfield. Bro Turkey able to collect this one. Tries it with a challenge. Somehow wins that with no boost. Able to lead the play over Chan for Vroko. Not able to put a shot on. Tries and maybe rushes that touch a little bit. And that is going to cost him as Bro Turkey shoots that far side. Really clinical shots on both sides this game.
Yeah, Trison just didn't cut back on the near side fast enough. I think trusting Gray to get a touch on that play before an Auburn player does, and it's just not the case, leaving the net open there. And in the final minute, Auburn might be leveling the series, but we've seen a lot of insanity in the final 60 seconds of games in this day of Iron Bowl action so far, and that might be a little bit of it. Double demo from Bro Turkey adding to the chaos, but Auburn, they don't get anything but possession from that, though. That's kind of what they need at the moment, just waste the clock and take this lead to bed.
You know, those are not the kind of touches you want to be making on defense. Great. Able to keep it close. But this ball is just right out to Bro Turkey. Hard for Alabama to maintain possession here with the Auburn lead. Good reset from Turkey over one. No one there to follow. Auburn opting to play a little bit safe going into the last few seconds of the game. Tries it with control over Rocco. Turkey there to receive it. This is not looking good for Alabama. You need to get possession here. Oh.
They won't. Keaton steals it and should be grounding this ball, putting Auburn at game one alongside their Alabama counterparts. So the series is tied, and it's still close. 2 one-goal games to start off this best of 7. I mean, that's kind of what we were expecting, Solution. A tight series throughout the entirety of it.
Oh, absolutely. Crimson kind of putting themselves in that spot to get a loss that game, though, rushing a lot of defensive touches once they fell behind, and it only dug them further and further into a pit, not being able to get any possession at the end of that game.
Yeah, and that was when they needed it the most. They did a decent job getting shots on target. I mean, they outshot Auburn in that game. It was 8-6 in favor of Alabama. They just couldn't quite find it at the end once Auburn did take that late lead. So that means a 1-1 series in the final best of in the Iron Bowl today. Auburn starting off on the right foot in game 3, but Gray shifting that balance with a nice counterattack, though. Saved by Vroko. He finds a pass off the back wall. Keaton denied at the point of contact by Chan. And this first 30 seconds starting off very back and forth, and Trizen, he's ending the first 30 seconds with a Bama score, and he's switched out of the Ghostbusters mobile into a regular old Fennec.
Absolutely. Definitely listen to me. Definitely has the stream on. Trizen does. He decided he was done with it after that loss. Really good shot, though. Put it in a really awkward spot for Bro Turkey. Turkey might have put himself in that spot, but either way, capitalized on it. They've got the lead in game 3.
That's a good way to respond after losing game 2, kind of in the waning moments, with a little bit of offense and a score on their first try of the game. But Auburn going to do something similar. Vroko doubles it back center. Bro Turkey, a big demo to clear any kind of lane for Keaton, but he can't touch the ball. It flies past it. It would have been a tough angle, but that's something that Keaton is very much capable of hitting.
That net was most certainly open for Keaton there. He just does not get to that ball, and no one was in the air. Perhaps rushed it. Seems to be the highlight of today's story, is just rushing these balls where there's no challenge. The awareness from these players could be a little bit better, but still quite a great series and an even matchup so far.
And that rushing probably comes from a little bit of pressure playing in this series. I mean, everyone's kind of experienced at taking the pitch today and playing matches like these, but I mean, we got 50 viewers for the most part in the last series of this Iron Bowl. There's pride on the line. You're playing people you know. That's got to induce a little bit of nerves, forcing misses like that, playing faster than maybe you should, not slowing down to think about things. But that was very methodical from Auburn, just setting up a couple of beats, double commit from Alabama, breaking the play down. But the simple back wall pass from Keaton that Bro Turkey finishes off.
Absolutely. Those double commits on defense at this level will cost you big time. Gray's not able to recover quick enough despite the double commit, and not necessarily his fault. And now the game is tied. Nobody in the driver's seat here. Chan with a great flip. Rocco able to get there from that top corner shot.
Keaton gets the ball down the sideline into Gray's hands. He's done a good job behind the ball. There, shut down by Vroko. Now Bro Turkey next up in the rotation for Auburn, challenging Trizen. Combined with Chan for another 50-50. It is 50 central at the moment in the Alabama Crimson corner, but Auburn comes out victorious, and Vroko scoring from that. That was neutral challenge after neutral challenge, but Keaton got some space, forced a hard ball off of Trizen's hood, and Vroko was ready.
Not much to say on that one. This kind of a difficult situation for the Alabama defense after taking so many 50s over and over, not to win any of them convincingly. The boost department certainly was not looking good for them there. Chan with control. To Trizen up early. Might go for a double off the corner here. Turkey there to intercept and gets possession in the midfield, but a great challenge from Chan. Ball rolls up that corner. Flip over. Keaton might get a double. Doesn't quite find it.
but they found possession, and that's a benefit after how long they were stuck in their own end, but might not matter. Vroko mistimes the open nets. Auburn will come away with the ball, but that's a pretty severe mistake. Again, rushing the play, contiguous with the theme of the day, and Keaton having to make a tough save backwards to the play. Vroko getting back to help out, but it makes it a bit scarier maybe than it should have been, with Keaton still in the area, recovering nicely, though. The Tigers get out of that somehow. That was a bit chaotic on their goal line, but no goal for the Crimson Tide.
Absolutely. Alabama's not really looked great at controlling the ball in defense. Vroko perhaps could have had a shot there. Maybe a little awkward for him, but Chan and Gray upfield with Trizen, the whole team. Not quite sure what's happening in the midfield here, but Chan has possession of the ball and boost to work with. Gets the first reset. Not much more. 2 for Auburn. Jump for the save. Gray up in the air over Keaton. Wow. Lots of goal line saves from Auburn. A little whiff from Vroko. Gray's there to intercept. This ball rolls up for Chan. Chan plays pretty aggressive for the lack of boost that he has there. Luckily for Alabama, doesn't cost them.
I don't know how Auburn got out of that, though, with how strange the rotations were. Miss from Keaton might end up costing them, and finally, Alabama is going to score after all that avalanche of pressure. Keaton just a back wall misread, and Gray slams it home.
Absolutely. Gray said, I'm not Auburn. I'm here for Alabama. We're going to win this game. Ties it up 2-2 in game 3. Man.
Once again, a 1-goal game between these two sides. What we expected. That's a big demo from Keaton. As Chan respawns near side. It's a little fortunate. Slows down Auburn. Allows a clear. Trizen's up. Deny Keaton's block, but plays it nicely to the corner. Bro Turkey taken out by Trizen. Rotating through the play. Chan's going to use that space to set something up here. Bro Turkey can't get a read on it. And Chan's going to score his first of the game with 14 seconds left.
Clinical high-level gameplay. Chan capitalizes off of the whiff in the corner. The defense has to make a difficult read because of it. 3-2, Alabama on top. 14 seconds.
Late game heroics from the Crimson Tide. We'll see if Auburn can match that. Bro Turkey being hounded by Trizen, just sticking around. Keaton can't get through Chan, so the 0-second play is going to have to start on Auburn's goal line, and it's not going to get started at all. Vroko mistouches the ball and knows exactly what he does as he just freezes and lets Gray score this.
Yeah, these players are just, they're capable of playing much better in those kind of situations, making more controlled touches. But they know they're playing their rival school, Alabama Auburn, on the greatest stage possible on Bet Big Stream here. Game 3 for Alabama.
I don't know about greatest stage possible, but it is certainly a big one right now. I appreciate all of you tuning in, as Alabama has ruined our pattern of 1-goal games, unfortunately, but that's as 1 goal a game as a 2-goal win can get. As once more, super close. Alabama 11 shots to Auburn 8, so finally a little bit of difference in the shot tallies, but that was so close. Alabama had to show some serious clutch there at the end, scoring with 14 seconds left and getting them a series lead here in going into game 4.
Absolutely. Really brilliant rotations from Alabama that game. We did not really mention any double commits for the most part that game. Just have to capitalize a little bit more on these 11 shots. Turkey with a whiff. Trizen with a whiff. Oh my goodness. Vroko with control of the ball over Gray. Looks like a 2v1. Vroko with control. Gray able to cut the play off early. Exceptional recovery from Gray to get back in time there.
That's something he's so good at, is his recoveries. I've noticed that so often in this series. Gray will be a part of a double commit or an awkward rotation for Alabama and just get right back into the play. He is probably one of the fastest players on the field. I've been taking stock of the average speed stat that I do have thanks to my nifty stat tool, but he's got to be up there in that regard. Here he is in the corner whiffing the ball. We would compliment him, and that's unfortunately what happens. Has subbed in I just noticed that Hums has come in for Keaton. Auburn down in the series, and they're trying a different composition, and, well, it works there. Bro Turkey scoring the first.
Absolutely. Turkey does not get the reset. A little bit of a whiff from Tries, and Chan with a little bit of an own goal. Really unlucky, though, as Auburn starts off with the early lead here in game number 4.
Nice play by Turkey. Kicking things off on the right foot. Hums coming in. Is now necessary on the back wall. Leaving it for Turkey, actually. Hums on the goal line. Waiting to see what Chan will do. That's not great. But tries and recovers.
There to bail him out of that. Oh my goodness, Chan was about to look horrible on a highlight for Auburn there. Wow.
The freshman kind of bailing out Chan right there. That's all right, fair enough. But Auburn did get possession as a result of that. It has stayed in the Alabama end since that awkward play out of Chan. Gray there making a big play on the goal line. Tries and finding a demo. You get Gray a chance to get out, though. Hums, big dunk. The ball on the back wall. Auburn comes up empty-handed. Nice defensive sequence from Alabama, doing what was required of them.
Absolutely. Gray, brilliant challenge there, taking the ball from Bro Turkey, realizing that he maybe didn't have as much boost as he looked like he had. Chan, a great touch over Turkey again, able to follow this ball up. Both players low on boost. Just kind of a stalemate here in the midfield. Gray with a shot off post. Hums able to recover to this ball, tries and kisses in the mid, but Broco is there to receive it.
Gray, good touch. Follow-up from Trisen, just as good. Still clear for Alabama. And now we're just hitting the ball as hard as we can, setting up opportunities like this. And despite the efforts from Gray, he almost got back into that play. Auburn going to be scoring their second. Nice double here by Vroko. If he hangs in the air a half a second longer, it's probably a double. But Bro Turkey comes in for the save and makes it 2-0.
That absolutely would have been the best save of the day if Gray was able to get there. Not a whole lot of...
oh, no.
Alabama just was not recovering back to that play to assist Gray there. Still think Turkey would have beat anyone to that ball, but gotta be wondering where the defense was there. Auburn up 2-0. Tries and keeps challenging in the corner. Gray not able to find a second touch. Chan almost gets over the Auburn defender. Alabama just relentless challenge after challenge, keeping this ball in, even if they're not able to do much with it.
That's the key for them right now. Just build up pressure, force Auburn to make mistakes. Hums, though, just release a lot of that pressure with the clear. Now Bro Turkey poking the ball out to the side where Hums cut across. Though Chan intercepting leads to a clearance of the zone for the Crimson Tide. Vroko missing. That leaves Gray and Hums in a corner battle. Hums comes out on top of the newest Auburn Navy member. Auburn out and performing quite well in his opening game of the Iron Bowl. One of the 2 goals scored. Actually, no, he didn't score one. He had the he had a save. Never mind. I don't know what I was building towards there. But either way, Auburn 2-0 leads still, and Hums
there's his goal,
scoring his first goal of the Iron Bowl.
Absolutely. To be able to sub in like this and be winning 3-0, Hums got to be feeling good right now. In this game with 1:30 left on the clock, and Alabama a little bit demoralized here.
This is not how you want to come back from the 4-2 win, the exciting 4-2 win that they had, stealing it from Auburn in the last moments of Game 3. Now down 3-0, and I mean they're not getting bodied. They've put up 6 shots in the 4 minutes that we've played, and they've been decent looks, but on the other side, Auburn's just picking them apart. 11 shots, 3 goals on those 11. And it's tough for Bama right now. Maybe adjusting to the Hum substitution, trying to get used to the new look for Auburn Navy.
Absolutely. Alabama does seem at pace here, but their possession, especially on offense, just looks a little bit lacking. Their passes are to each other, but they're not really able to convert off. Tries him with a shot. That is a perfectly placed shot. Top right. Give them a little bit of a morale boost, even if they don't win this game. 3-1.
Man, had Auburn looking like they were on pogo sticks there, going up and down with every slam off the back wall that Alabama was putting together in that play. And so, The lead cut down to 2 here. Alabama, maybe they're going to have a go. It's a last 30-second comeback now. It's a big win for Tries, and he gets a chance to space in the air, and he's going to score. Okay, this momentum-based Alabama team starting to rev up here at the late time of the end of game 4.
Great team play there. Chan with a perfectly placed top shot, top shelf. You love to see Alabama coming back into a game mid to late series instead of being the ones to give it up. Tries and with possession, a little bit of a bad touch there, but he does get the corner. Chan with a whiff. Tries and able to still collect it. He gets bumped by Hums. Road Turkey versus Gray, one-on-one. That is a absolutely magnificent shot. Top corner, not much Gray could do to defend that one.
The cut. Road Turkey against his former teammate, taking him to the bank here, and that kind of puts to bed the Alabama comeback hopes here in game 4. And it's looking like we're going to be tied up once again, 2-2, guaranteed at least a game 6. Unless Auburn seriously throws at the end of game 4.
Oh! ... It is possible here. I don't know what's happened here. Rocco, really poor second touch there. Leaves it wide open for Gray to capitalize bottom right. And Gray's been that X factor for Alabama this series, capitalizing on a lot of Auburn mistakes on the offensive end.
All right, off kickoff.
Oh, almost on Gray's car there. That was pretty close.
I love the strategy, though. Alabama, that was the 2 cars on either side of the ball kickoff, one in center. They all just kind of crept up, and we're hoping that Auburn would hit it into them, and they could pop it up and play it from there. But nice awareness by Auburn. They almost gave it up. I said that about Auburn throwing there at the end, and then I saw Vroko seriously mishit it there from the back wall, and I thought I had really screwed up. But all right, 2-2. We're guaranteed that game 6.
I think this one's going to go to 7, Bepic. I think it is. These teams play so similarly. I think it's just a possibility here. Unless Alabama decides to lose that mental that we are known for not having. But it's all good. Still a great matchup. Still very close. Could go either way.
Yeah. Well, game 5 going to be big. Whoever gets to that match point first is going to have a serious mental advantage. And well, I mean, Hums coming in here, scoring a goal, getting 2 saves, putting up 4 shots. I mean, that's a solid start to his series. And Alabama, they're spreading the love there. I mean, one goal per each player, 2 saves per each player. Very even, but Gray really has been that X factor. You're right. His striking ability and his on-the-ball control has really impressed me. And in defense as well as recoveries. I'll add a 3rd tick mark to his resume in this best of 7. He has been massive for the Crimson Tide, and I want to see if it's him that steps up and gets them the next game back, taking match point. But we'll see. Game 5. It's a big one here in the last series of the Iron Bowl.
Absolutely. Hums up to this ball early. A little bit of a whiff there from both sides. Turkey able to cut this ball in. Chan, a brilliant read. Rocco cuts this in. This could be on target. Gray's not back in time and tries and gets bumped. Rocco scores the opening goal for this game.
What a bump. Road Turkey again, that physicality just lands at the feet of Trizen and is like, all right, well, thank you. I'll take that free bump and free goal for my teammate. 1-0. Auburn Navy, again, that physical play. It's not the only facet to their offense, but they're able to time it so well in big moments like that. Finding that key bump, which is so difficult to do, timing those plays to turn them into goals.
Absolutely. Hums a great recovery to get a second touch there. Put some pressure on Alabama. Tries and now has to use a lot of boost to control this ball to the sidewall. Chan is up. Will he get a good touch? He does, right to Gray, to the sidewall. Might get a double over him. Hums has it. Just kind of floating there, being a presence for Chan to look at. Chan respected him enough to not go for that ball. This ball is sitting in the midfield. Tries and opts to wait. Chan opts to give possession away to Auburn in the corner, but he's still there to contest it. Lots of back and forth midfield play.
And the presence of Auburn in the midfield, I think, forcing some of those hard touches. Chan again doing the same thing, just hitting the ball hard to the back wall. And the follow-ups are good, though. the midfield presence of Alabama meeting that of the Tigers. Tries and getting control, forcing a high 50-50. He's trying to suffocate Auburn right here. The boost total is a little low for the Tigers at the moment. Low on boost, but Road Turkey clear should allow the refueling of all three members of Auburn Navy. They now just set up their offense, their midfield control. But Chan cuts it down, takes a 50 with Vroko. Now has to recover quickly because that shot from Trizen towards net, but not on target. Oh, just inches off.
Yeah, that's one Trizen's definitely going to want back at the end of this game, especially if it's a one-goal game here. But it's all good. Alabama with possession. A little bit of a miscommunication there between Gray and Chan. The offensive side of things, a lot of just giveaway touches, a little bit of poking, just trying to get a beat or any 50. It's not looking great for Alabama going into the last half of this game. Road Turkey controlling the ball into the corner. Perhaps Gray could have been at that play, but it was probably a bit unpredictable from the read. 650 on Hums. Alabama able to keep the pressure on their side here.
Get Chan space to find Trizen, who was bumped in the next week by Hums. A great play by the defender rotating in for Auburn. Prevents what was likely the equalizer. And 2 minutes left. Auburn hanging on to that 1-goal lead, but by a small margin. Alabama's been so close. Again, field possession has been about 50-50. Actually, Auburn down in that one. Alabama's got 57% field domination, and with that, they've yet to have any goals to show for it. That one, again, just off. Crossbar shot for Gray, and Hums allowed to clear.
Absolutely. Auburn maintaining possession on their half, but they seem to be pretty low on boost here. Road Turkey tries to take a 50, tries and wins it. Chan with a good beat, but not able to get much from that play as Hums should have possession, but he might be a little awkward. Gray takes a 50. Just not a whole lot there for Alabama. They just keep leaving these plays where they expect a second man to be shooting the ball. Maybe they're forcing it too early, or maybe that second man is just not where they should be. Auburn patiently waiting for them, making use of every opportunity on defense to push out.
That's a big dunk by Chan. The ball off the crossbar and put in by Road Turkey. Oh, he was expecting less harsh of a bounce there off the crossbar. And a big own goal. I mean, I think Gray was in the area, so Turkey, no, Hums actually was the player behind him. That's a pretty big mistake.
That looks pretty bad for Bro Turkey.
Yeah.
Not an own goal you want to make when you're up 1-0. Now the game is tied. You can lose it all from an own goal if Alabama manages to find another here. Tries to control on defense. Opts to maybe get that touchdown to Gray. Not sure if it was intentional. Hums with a whiff. Tries and still reads it. No boost on the ball here. Great 50. Second man's not quite ready for it. Bro Turkey not able to find the shot over Chan.
Now Gray with that back wall control has been so good with finding Chan's center. The shot off the corner. Another one for Alabama just off, and that net looks open. Auburn misses it off the post, but Hums cleans up the play for Vroko. Both teams missing everything by the narrowest of margins, and Hums allowed the cleanup play here. And Auburn get the lead back. Road Turkey sighing a big sigh of relief for the moment.
Absolutely. Alabama, a huge overcommit on offense. Chan does get that shot off the post, but that does not give Gray and Trizen the right to push into the corners and try to read that ball. When you're tied 1-1, could force an OT. Instead, now you have to score now. Gray with a shot blocked by Bro Turkey. And that's the end of Game 5.
Oh my word. Alabama had a good go at taking that game to OT in the last second, but Auburn somehow take that game. 3 shots is all they put on target, and no player had more than 300 points for Auburn. Trizen with 76 points. Gray with 138. That was all kinds of awkward on both ends.
Absolutely. Alabama getting a lot of opportunities, but they're not making realistic plays. Making plays that you can score reliably on. They're going for some weird flips, weird 50s, and they're not there for each other at certain times. They're getting all these shots, but they're not able to convert. Auburn has been rather efficient. so far in the series.
That's true. I mean, the games they've won, they've only had one of those games where they shot more than 6 times on the Alabama net. And that was their second game win, where it was a 4-3 shootout that we had develop. And it has been efficiency, the name of the game for Auburn Navy. Now they sit on match point, a chance to win the Iron Bowl for their school in Rocket League with just one more game win. But Alabama, they're not going to go down easily. With every game as close as it has been, I don't think the series is over whatsoever, despite this game being down for the Crimson Tide.
Camera might not show it, but those were some really incredible defensive reads there from Trison and Gray to keep Auburn out of their side and to get possession here. Rocco so close to this ball, though, able to get the mid boost, but he's demoed by Trison. Really good awareness from him.
So upon respawn, Vroko will be backing up Bro Turkey. He's carrying the ball to the midfield, leaving it for Vroko. His newfound life after losing it for a couple of seconds, a couple moments ago. Now he's last man as Chan takes that from Gray. Tries in for a shot. He skies it, but there's no one on the backboard for Auburn, so Bro Turkey had to make a difficult read on that hard shot from Gray. So we stay scoreless, thanks to some pretty good defense on both sides of the field. Now it's Alabama's turn to work from their back line, which Gray has been doing quite well throughout this best of 7.
Absolutely. Still a very close series. Very even challenges and reads on defense. It's hard to say what team's going to break out of this one, but Auburn has not lost with Hums yet. Looking like Hums might be the X factor for Auburn here in this series, but Gray able to get to this ball. Rocco, an excellent read on the block, tries and keeps it in, but now Navy has a free possession.
Is slowed down by Chan. That's good midfield awareness, allowing Trizen to slow it even further down, and now Chan given a clear opportunity. Sends it hard off the Auburn back wall. And Gray waiting in the wings of the midfield line. Dunked to get the ball on target, but Hums is in the area. He finds a clear after that save, and now perhaps a shot on. Hums off the crossbar, can't get the soft touch. And Auburn come away empty-handed.
That shot probably should have been in for that double. Chance to make a reaching save. He still might get to this ball. Great dunk on Hums. Bro Turkey challenges this quick. And he gets another touch to the backboard. Tries and is there to receive it. A little bit awkward for Alabama. Chan's able to get there, though. Auburn's pressure building up here. Will Alabama break out of it? Bro Turkey, excellent touch. Chan able to get a great block there from the backboard read.
It's a difficult spot to be in, but Chan did very well to read that ball. We've had a couple of those instances where the back wall's open for business for the offense, and whoever is the last defender on the goal line having to make that read, getting up and doing it. I think the defenses have been the MVPs so far of Game 6. So you got a 0-0 score line heading into the final 2 minutes. Bro Turkey slowing the play down in the corner. Good control. Hums over flips, but Bro goes right behind him. And the backup plays as well, where the first may not be getting the best touch, but the second player up in the rotation right behind them is doing well to find these clears.
Absolutely. Bro Turkey doing a really good job for Auburn of forcing those touches from Alabama, making them rush in positions where even if it's not him on the ball, looks like it's a goal for Trison as I talk about Auburn, but he's been doing a solid job of forcing to his team. Here, him and Hums, a little bit of a miscommunication results in a free open net for Trison using the Auburn logo as his team profile picture.
It's so funny. I love the BM, the clever BM from both sides. And now with Alabama in the lead, we might get to see more of that Auburn logo of Trison. He was looking to show it on the screen again there, but couldn't do it. The touch was taken away by his teammate. So Alabama, as a result of that, their punishment is playing defense for 5-10 seconds. They force Auburn right back, however. The final 60 seconds here can get us to Game 7 on Champions Field. They just hold on to this 1-goal game.
I did say we'll get to Game 7.
Yeah.
I don't want to curse them, but they do have the lead here. Might be an open net. Trison gets it in for free. Rocco's not there to receive that ball. What happened on the defensive side here?
The Rocket League director cam not showing us. He just took a long path to get back to the goal line. I'm not sure, because Hums was the initial challenger, and Broturkey has to wait on what Bama's doing there, and there's no third man to defend against that shot. So, 2 goals now, the better. Alabama looking at Game 7 as the only prospect for them to win this series and the Iron Bowl as a whole. And a 2-goal lead. They're in a great spot to get us there.
Absolutely. 2 goals up, 20 seconds left. Looking pretty good from Alabama as long as this isn't a pass mid to a shot on net. Looks like Alabama's going to go away with this one. Chan not able to contest this, but Vroko has absolutely no boost to work with. Turkey gets a chow, but that's not going to do much. Alabama going to take Game 6. We're going to Game 7 for the finals of the Iron Bowl.
You wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, this is the perfect ending to what's been an incredible day of matches. Auburn White starting it off with a back and forth-ish sweep, and then Auburn Orange, they lose it. Alabama White just better in overtime, winning those 3 straight OTs, and now Alabama Crimson fighting back from the depths to force Game 7, holding Auburn Navy's offense in check again. Just 4 shots for the Tigers, and then that's been a key for the Crimson Tide, is holding Auburn's offense back.
Absolutely. They've had a shot advantage most of these games. It's just a matter of converting them and not letting Auburn get free goals, which they did an exceptional job of this game. Don't want to stray away from this plan going into Game 7. But Game 7, nerves are on the line. This is where teams choke. This is where teams win championships. Game 7, who's going to take it, Beckett?
I mean, I feel like I have to go Auburn Navy. I mean, we set this up where you're casting with, a tinge of Alabama bias and me with a tinge of Auburn bias.
Absolutely.
So I feel like we have to predict for our sides here. I think Auburn takes it. They've got to redeem themselves. They've lost 2 Game 7s in a row, 2 of the other best Rocket League teams in the state of Alabama. And if they lose 3 straight, that would be a heartbreaking solution. I think I have a good prediction of who you're going to predict, but I'm curious. Who is it?
Absolutely, the University of Alabama. Gray is the GOAT. Chan is there to save the ball, and Trizen is phenomenal on the pitch. Roll Tide, roll, baby.
All right, they're rolling into Game 7 here, into a shot from Trizen. It's stopped by Hums, but still off the ball. Trizen doing work, demoing Vroko, and plunging Auburn's defense into a bit of chaos. Broturkey flipping every which way. To a 50-50 with Gray, who pokes it back towards Trizen. The shot on, but saved by Vroko. Bad second touch, though, as it stays on the near side. And Auburn really not in a good spot thanks to Alabama's quickness rotating through this corner.
Absolutely. They've had really good rotations to keep them in, despite having a couple of chances to definitely score there. Trizen putting an absolute pillow of a shot on about 10 seconds ago, but now Auburn in their half. No possession. Chan with a rush touch. Broturkey shot top right. It's in. Top left, rather.
There we go.
Don't know what the logic was here in the rush touch. No one's even close from Auburn. Broturkey capitalizing again off Alabama defensive mistakes.
It has to be. Chan just doesn't know that there isn't an Auburn player right there, right behind him, and that Gray is in support. This is just not knowing where everyone is on the field. So rushing that touch and giving Auburn first blood here. It begins.
Nice.
There's the equalizer. An avalanche of goals, hopefully, starting here in the 2nd minute of Game 7.
Great dish mid from Trizen. Chan is there. His mental is back. Chan shooting that top right. No Auburn player there to receive it. Alabama mental could not be any higher. Game 7, 1-1. Chan still on this ball. Might hook it in. Hums there to receive it, though. Great recovery from him. Now Alabama overcommitting on offense yet again. Chan, no boost, has to get some kind of touch here to contest. Makes it really awkward for Gray here. Oh, excellent read from Gray, but Vroko's got a good shot, and that's in. Yeah. Just a little bit of defensive blunders. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's so clumped up, Alabama is right here, just because that fake from Hums, it throws off the timing of that rotation going near side, and that leaves Vroko with no one really challenging him on that shot, and no one left on the goal line to stop the shot once it's taken off. So Auburn 2-1, they take the lead right back, but last time we saw them score, Alabama was so fast to respond, and it might take a little bit longer here as they're starting off on their back foot, but those responses in Game 7 can really turn the tides of a series.
Absolutely. No pun intended with the tide, huh? Maybe a little bit.
My puns are never intended.
Ah, man, that's unfortunate. That would have been a great one. Rocco able to get that over the third man. Chan's going to receive this for free, but he doesn't get the touch he wants. Maybe the nerves taking a little bit of an effect on Chan in this Game 7. Auburn definitely looks more composed with the lead. Turkey has been nonstop on the ball, getting good opportunities. Probably could have scored that one as well. Tries in there with the mid, 2v1. Hums got bumped by Chan. Excellent. Excellent plays. Tries in and Chan working in the front to tie things up.
What a demo by Chan, and then what a bump by Chan. Such physical play and counter, and it works out perfectly with Bro Turkey and Vroke getting hung up a little over one another. So Bro Turkey's rotation back is slower than it needed to be. That means no one's back. It's such a great play by Alabama. Now we're tied up again. There's that answer that I was hoping we would see.
Absolutely. It is still in Alabama's half, and they look to be a little bit low on boost. Rocco with a great midfield challenge. Chan deep, not able to get to this ball. A little bit scary midfield presence for Alabama here. Gray has to challenge. Rocco is there to meet him. Pretty even midfield play. Gray to the ceiling, gets the reset. A little bit too far away for the control there. Tries him. Great challenge in the midfield. Chan there with no one there. Another rush touch from Chan. Bro Turkey over one. Alabama still has the pressure though.
Oh, wow, that was big by Hums. He was last back there and way up the field, and now he's missed an open net, so the moment of glory kind of dies quickly. We'll stay at 2-2, despite the best efforts of both sides. Close in scoring position in a couple of moments now, but no one finding that third goal just yet. With 90 seconds left and the entire Iron Bowl on the line. We could be getting into golden goal territory here of the entire day, honestly. I mean, you're not just winning this series for your team, but for your school as well to cap off the Rocket League Iron Bowl with a victory. And both offenses, they've slowed down a little bit. I think the gravity of the situation is kind of sinking in at the moment, but still getting close, just poking and prodding their opponent's defense. And Chan prods the harder of the two sides. He breaks down Auburn and puts Bama in the lead.
Not sure if tries to get a bump there or not, but Chan there to clutch up, get the goal to start the lead here with a minute left. Chan with the ice in Game 7. Let's see if they can hold the lead.
Now we need ice from Auburn.
Nah, never that. Only Bama.
Well, it's a big moment, actually. Hums taking a shot. Bro Turkey's upfield. Hums just dunked the defense. Okay, that was a close chance. That was almost a little bit of that ice I was talking about, but Bama does well to defend it.
Can't believe what I'm seeing here. This is such a close matchup. Bro Turkey still on this ball. Nobody wants to challenge him early. Chan waits patiently on the backboard. Brilliant flip. Rocco there to intercept. No one under this ball. Tries him quick to recover to this play. And Hums has it for free. Chan left alone in a 2v1. A little bit of a misread, but no capitalization there from Auburn. You think there would be with 20 seconds left on the clock. Gray with an excellent touch to the corner. Bro Turkey to Hums. Off the post, Trisen's there.
Rocco down in center. Hums has to wait a moment to challenge, though. Now Bro Turkey to Hums on the back wall. The drop down pass, ineffective. Trisen has done it. He wins the game for Alabama there at the end, but a full team effort the entire series. Alabama takes the Iron Bowl in Rocket League, but that was so close, so entertaining. What a day of series.
Absolutely. You wouldn't have it any other way but to go to Game 7 in the last series to define the whole day. Alabama tries and Chan came up in clutch the last couple of games. But, yeah, it's a good performance from the guys. Roll Tide. Wouldn't have it any other way.
And now all the Bama fans in my chat are definitely rolling in Bepic points. That's a fact. I'll go ahead and disperse those because Despite the close nature of that one, Auburn they just can't get out of Game 7 with wins. Something they'll definitely have to work on. But Alabama, I mean, Solution, you guys definitely redeemed yourselves after Friday night's loss to UAH. That was a great Game 7 performance.
Absolutely. Triton's got my dignity back, representing Alabama well. Great performance from the guys, honestly. Great new season. Looking forward to how the seasons are going to go here for both Auburn and Alabama.
Yeah, I mean both playing in the Southeastern Esports League at the very least, so we could see them match up there and whatever else they might be competing this season. But that does bring us to a close, the end of today's Iron Bowl stream. Solution, I appreciate you joining me in the booth, my friend. First time casting, you killed it.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure, man. I was happy to be here with you. Looking forward to some more Rocket League the rest of this semester. Maybe some more Auburn versus Alabama rivalry shenanigans coming up soon.
We'll see what happens. I would love it. I would love it. Alabama Rocket League is looking very good this season. But all of you watching, I appreciate you joining us today. That was a lot of fun. A lot of great Rocket League. And then quick shout outs to Chan and Malopo, especially for putting this together. The heads of Rocket League at their respective schools. And this all came together because of them. So shout out Chan and Malopo and then all the players for playing. But until then, until next Friday, this is probably the next time there will be a stream on here. More Alabama Rocket League. I'm sure. I'm thinking Bob Jones and UAH going to be taking one another on to continue the theme of Bama versus Bama teams playing one another. Though, I do have to say goodbye for now. It was a great stream, so peace out, everybody.